Hello, one. Hello, all. Welcome once again to Blaine's Escape Corner, our little corner of the internet. We get together, we talk about the things that help us escape. It's finally time to escape this week. Let's get the sake poured. And we got lots to talk about, because obviously we haven't been talking for so long, and I've been working so hard, and escape has seemed nigh impossible. More or less, major grading, and we only have the equipment for so many days, so the you maximize your days, right? When you've only got so many days, you make them worth whatever they're worth, whatever you can squeeze out of each one. So you wake up at sunrise, and you keep working, you know, a lunch break, and then till sunset to make sure that you're not gonna not be able to finish by the time the equipment has to go back. So that's what I've been doing. Comp hi, everybody. Let's get into it. Oh my goodness. All right, where are we at, chat? Everybody talking about how late I am. Of course I'm late. I was finishing up dinner. Just because I am streaming today doesn't mean I wasn't also a busy boy. How many days late now? At least 3. At least 3 days late, Stu. What is this? Y'all hear about Monument Mythos guy? He makes some great stuff. I do love Monument Mythos guy. I basically watch. I should really go through and watch all of the Monument Mythos things on my YouTube account and like all the videos, because I've watched all the Wendigoon videos on it, and I'm like, I love this stuff. This stuff is great. Like, I should go and watch it and enjoy it without the addition of Wendigoon. As much as I love the Wendigoon commentary, I should go watch it in its pure form to make sure that he's getting his views, he's getting his likes, getting his shares, everything else that that goes along with that. I'm not gonna clock out and go home, Stu. This is my channel. Kick. We got some Alejandro Managas over on Kick. Welcome. You got the Kick notification. Gonna finish this episode of Grand Cleric and come on YouTube. Well, welcome. When you get to YouTube, all right. Episode of GC. Let me wondering something. You can't say more. All right, that's fine. That's fine. But we do only like a week late. Yeah. That would be really funny. What would be funny? Oh shit! I can make the timeout for 24 hours. You can't stay long, George Trahan. All I say is that my mom and dad are trying to get me a job, and I don't want one. At the same time, I am slightly into getting a job. Get a job, George! Get a job, okay? Jobs do all kinds of things, okay? Jobs can, A, get you money. Money that you can do stuff with. That isn't money tied to... Like, if your parents give you money, like, when you're a kid, like, it's kind of your money, but, like, at the end of the day, they'll sometimes flex their power as to where it goes. But when you earn your money at your job, that's you money, okay? Number 2, you'll meet people, okay? At least a boss, a manager, even if you have, like, a solo job, you'll have to interact with somebody who's in charge of paying you. So you'll get that interaction sense. So it'll build that skill for you. It'll help you work in there. And, you know, depending on the job, it'll come with its own skill sets. And then Stu's favorite, this is Flawed Man of God. This is his favorite part of you getting a job, is that you'll have to pay taxes, which means that we'll have a reason to have currency. And if we have a reason to have currency, then that means our currency is worth something. Oh, man. I waited long to propose to my GF. Oh yeah, that's exactly why I'm late. Hold Hawaiian shirt, Appalachian boy that explained James Dean being the devil. Yes, James Dean, the actor in an alternate universe. Get a job in the trades. Yeah, they are wanting me to work at Walmart. Do it! You will learn stuff while work. Like, let's say it's the worst job you've ever had. My first job was Spirit Halloween. I worked at a Halloween store that's temporary, run by gypsies. They made me the assistant manager because everyone else showed up high, and I was the only sober one there, straight out of high school. My first actual job that I count was at Target. I was cleaning toilets and pushing carts, okay? You'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot of things you don't want to deal with, and you learn how to treat people in those situations. Lot to learn there. Lot to learn there. Kmart went out of business. Fun fact, my dad had his first job at 13. That's a little young, okay? I mean, I've had uncles that owned restaurants, so like I helped out like busing and stuff when I was younger, but like I wouldn't really call that a job. That was like a summer where I needed money. Like that's not job status, you know. Bearing false witness. Hey, you know what? Come at me, bro, with 2 or more witnesses. Oh man. Taxes talk with Flawed and Blank. Yeah, it's the best. It's the podcast everybody didn't know they needed. Anyone that thinks working at Walmart or any retail store is a great idea has not seen a retail comic. Retail is like Chemical X. It works into your pores and people know when they see you 7 years later in stores. It's true. But it's important. I think it's a good skill to learn. Electrician or HVAC business looking for an apprentice. That would be, if you want to like get into something that makes you money, yeah. But I would do plumbing. Do plumbing. Especially new plumbing. New plumbing is like way easier. It used to be that you had to like crack iron pipes and like pour like cement sewage. Now it's all, oh, look, this PVC glues together. It snaps together. Press to fit. Like if you're like in New York, maybe you're having to like solder some stuff. But like nowadays, like modern housing, it's all just plastic tinker toys. Did jobbers go after Tal on Twitter? Yes! Yes, they did. We'll get to that. So, first things first, since it's been so long, I have watched anime. I did it, everyone. I did it. Cheer for me. Be happy that I was able to, when the sun came down and it was like, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we were finished like cleaning off. Gosh, there's so much dirt. You're just caked in dirt at the end of a day when you're grading a hill, and you get that all rinsed off, and then it's like 9 o'clock, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna watch anime. And you go and you watch anime. It felt good. It felt really good. I'm not gonna lie, I quite enjoyed being able to just like leave work, shower, and anime. I am missing one here. Where is it? Where did it go? Not Helk. There it is. Okay. Reviews first. Fuck! Yeah, no, reviews are first. Don't worry, I'm getting to it. Swinging your pom-poms right now for the reviews. Good. I know the world's gonna end. Blaine, stop playing Fire Emblem, watch anime. You proposed to your GF and the world is going to hell, man. Your arms are weak. Well, quit with the fighting practice and start the push-ups. You're not gonna do plumbing? You're not fond of becoming like Mario? At least learn plumbing, okay? I've replaced 4 toilets in my life. And that's something that, like, I think the going rate in my area to pay somebody else to replace a toilet is like $600, not including the toilet. And it's 2 bolts. 2 bolts. and like you take the fitting off the toilet, you undo 2 bolts, you caught like you ever watch the Kwai Kang Chang, the old kung fu, where he like picks up the burning pot with his forearms. You bear hug that toilet and you just rise up and tear it out of the ground, and then you walk awkwardly to get it like out of the house. Now you can put it on cardboard and slide it. It's a lot easier, but it's cooler if you lift it. You'd be way cooler if you did that. And then you go through and you scrape out the waxy substance out of there, make it all clean, look it all nice. You put the new wax donut. There's a big waxy donut. You stick it down. You plop the new toilet that weighs way less than the old toilet, because all new toilets weigh nothing apparently. Old toilets are like, oh hey, here's like 600 pounds for your throne, sir. New toilets are like, oh, I'm plastic and ceramic. Like, here you go. And you just pop it on, squishes down, tighten those bolts until you get a good seal, tighten it up, a little caulking around the edge if you want to look nice, but that's not like necessary for the actual toilet seal. Bing bang, bombs your echo. That's $600 you just saved yourself by being able to lift the damn toilet up. Plumbers make doctor money. It's true. My parents are wanting me to work at Walmart. Work at Walmart. Be the guy who has to sweep the floors and mop the scum buckets. The guy that has to go and like you get the trash out and there's like the trash juice and you're like, that smells awful. But you get used to the smell of trash juice. That's what your first job needs to be. Your first job needs to teach you that the smell of trash juice shouldn't make you recoil in pain. And then once you get used to that, then you can move on to doing a job that like makes money. Cock looks better though. Totally looks better. It's just not necessary. Like, I know some people that they don't cock toilets because if there's a leak in the donut, they want to see it. Where if you cock it, you can actually have a donut leak that pools up inside the cock, and then you end up ruining the floor without ever knowing that your floor is getting ruined. So not cocking lets you actually have some spill out if there is a problem with putting it together. So I also agree. It looks way better with a nice smooth line from toilet to floor, but there is some utility in not cocking it. Everyone does it. I don't do it. This house was built in the like 1910s. Like I need to know if there's water getting towards those beams. I cannot be the last one to know that something is a problem. Alrighty. Alright, what's the worst smell you've ever experienced at a job? Hands down, grease bucket from the McDonald's grill. Ooh, the grease backup in a grease trap is pretty bad. When the floor trap starts to fill, that's nasty. I once cleaned the bathrooms at Target, and I opened the door, and it looked like someone had like set up like an Easter bunny and just detonated it. Like the entire back wall corner just shit splattered. Like the toilet seat went up, their pants were coming down, and they just sprayed all over the back wall. That smelled pretty horrifying. There was a kid. No, that wasn't that bad. That ended at the end of the day. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. Trash water, I don't think is as stinky as people think it is. It's very sour smelling, but I don't think it's very like smelly. It would probably be like, I'm trying to think if I ever came across like a dead animal or like a rotting corpse or something in anything I've ever done. Kids is the worst. The kid one was just the worst to clean up, because normally bathroom problems, like when you go into the women's restroom to do the cleaning, you set up the stanchions and you get in there and you see footprints on the toilet seat because people come over and they don't understand that we don't squat on our toilets. We sit on them, and they stand on the toilet seat and squat anyway, and they just spray everywhere and you clean it. But it's all like linoleum and plastic. You can spray that off. That's easy. We had a kid in his cart, shit his pants, and like out his like shorts, just shit out his shorts. while his mom's pushing him around. She freaks out and like starts to like try to get him over to the bathroom and like spins the cart. And as she's doing it, just smears his shit into the carpets at Target. That was we called those yellow glove events. That's what that one was. Alrighty. Camera time. My happy marriage. My happy marriage. I am, let's see, episode 12 comes out then. I am on 10. We are caught up on My Happy Marriage. We got spoiler Gundams on deck. My Happy Marriage is having a wonderful time as far as a story goes, and an awful time for our characters, which is it happens in stories where like characters are kind of suffering or doing stuff that like isn't what they want to do, but it's good storytelling. It's very good for the story. And having Mio locked up, learning about her mother, learning about her powers, learning about them getting sealed away, and Kudo? Wait, hold on. Kudo, not Kubo. Kudo having to be on the front lines fighting these monsters to make sure that the town is safe, while he wants to be back with her and she wants to be with him, but there's all these things going on. And then learning about like the Emperor's evil machinations in the background. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. These last few episodes have been great. Our main character is so focused on learning about what's going on around her that we aren't really running into her being like kind of a pansy. The worst character, or like not the worst character, the character you hate the most, the weird cousin who's like kind of incesty, but also just like he was raised in this house and told you have to do a thing later and that's all you get to do. So like he's been messed up. It's still weird. But you know, we hate him, but he also is still family. Like we still get that like family connection. Very well done. We knew the second that we felt that first curse, that one guy, he was like, let me check the curse, and then it was like a weird like hellscape or like a dreamscape, and like the grotesquerie came out, and then we learn that these people are kind of asleep, and then we learn that she's got dream powers, and it's like, oh hell yeah, she's gonna save the world because she's got dream fighting powers and she's the only one who can do it. We knew, and we know that's where it's going, and I'm excited for that whole arc to start next week. I hope it's actual, like, they've had some combat in this show. I hope Mio gets some combat. I hope she gets that. I hope she gets it in the dream realm, so it's like wacky, like anything goes kind of combat, and not just she goes into grotesquerie world and like flowers and light, and it just like, and it like cleanses things. I hope we don't do that. I hope she actually has to like fight the grotesquerie. I think that would be a really fitting way to move forward with this, to give her that power that she's been lacking this entire series. So quite good. Excited. Three times a week? You must not work very hard. All right, Record of Ragnarok, Part 2. 4? I think I've done 4 episodes. The battle. Spoiler alert! A warning! Spoiler alert! The battle where Buddha says, I'm gonna fight for the humans. And this is literally gonna be my first job, Blaine. Cut me some slack. What? No, I'm just talking like I bathe every day. I can't not take a bath every day. It's just like my brain, my body, it will not allow it. I like when I go camping and I won't bathe, but like When there's water nearby that's capable of showering this body, I shower this body. You've worked in waste management. Yeah, no, your giant poop tube, your big old shit trash tube. That thing, I bet that thing smells awful. Your hair is too long. Well, cut your dang hair. Or just do what every woman does and like put it up and be like, I'm not getting my hair wet. I'm just gonna get in the shower. I'm not getting my hair wet. You can do that. All right, back to this. Regular Ragnarok. Our boy Buddha says, I'm gonna fight for the humans, which makes sense from a history of Buddha thing. I took a we had a class in my school, as you all know. I went to a Christian school, and we had a cults class, they called it, but it was really just like learn about other religions class. And so we learned about Buddhism, and Buddhism, starring Buddha, started with Buddha as a dude named Siddhartha Gautama, and so he was just a human. So the idea that he's a human, became a god, and now he's gonna fight for the humans made sense the whole time. It was like, oh yeah, of course he's gonna fight for the humans. He was a human. He, of anybody, should be the one that like is the most human, pro-human god there is, right? And then we get the other guy, the one in this picture here, who came out of really left field for me. I have heard of a lot of different Asian deities in my time, and the 7 gods of fortune I'm familiar with. Ebisu, one of my favorites. I love that guy. Jolly fishing beer man, okay? So you got the 7 gods of fortune. And then they all fuse into one and become Harafuku? What is his name even? Zero Fuku. Which every time they say Zero Fuku, I'm like, oh, this guy's name is Zero Fucks. Like, that's how I feel his name should be. Mormons are just Buddhists? Yeah, with more wives. Okay. So every time we have Zero Fucks and Buddha, and they're fighting, and it's that classic Superman v Goku kind of thing, where Zero Fucks has a tool that gets stronger the more miserable he is, and as he continues to miss or lose to Buddha, he gets more miserable, so his tool gets stronger. And Buddha is like all-seeing enlightened one, so he is just unstoppable in this fight. And we get their backstories. We learned about Zero Fuku. We learned about Buddha. Somehow they connected in the past, which is also kind of weird. It's probably one of the weakest backstories I think we've seen is Zero Fuku's backstory. And then Buddha's backstory seemed very concise, I'll say. They were like, oh yeah, everybody knows Buddha. What if we just say, here Buddha, now he Buddha now. It's not the best. It's not the best, but you know, what are you gonna do? The whole show is about flashbacks about what the people are, and for the first time we have like 2 gods going at it instead of a god and a human. Pretty fun so far. I'm enjoying it. It has some of the same, here's a still image coming at you. They've shook it up a little bit. I think they got some feedback and they were like, oh, instead of just a still image, we'll have it be like a 2-part GIF that we put, and we kind of like shake that around a little bit as we zoom in. So it's like there's some animation going on. So I think they've sort of relegated to that. Overall though, we're just interested in the story. I just want to know what is happening. Are the humans is Buddha gonna win for the humans? Is Zero Fuku gonna have some crazy ass pull, I'm a god of other gods kind of thing? What are we dealing with here? So I'm enjoying it. I'll finish it. There's only like 5 episodes in this one. I think I'm on 4, so I will let you know once I've completed it. Have they not claimed all of Japan by now? They basically have. Okay. Oh wait, Mormons? No, Mormons can't conquer Japan because Japan is they closed themselves off to anything West for a long time, so now everything is Buddhism and Shintoism. Yeah, Abe, look where he ended up. And they don't even have guns over there, but they do. Undead murdering farce. How many episodes are there right now? It's 10, 11. Okay. All caught up on this one. So we got an in-depth replay coming in. I really like this one. I really, really like this one. It takes the typical mystery detective action-y bit that we've seen in anime before and gives you this last little trump card in a very fun, clever way. So we have our main boy, the blue Oni, the half-demon Oni Slayer. And we have Headless Girl, who is immortal. That's why she's still alive, even though she's a head. And we have her maid. Big spoilers coming up. So, Head Girl was attacked by an Oni, a half Oni. Which Onis are the only things that are able to, like, kill other things for some reason. I don't quite get that, because, like, in Japan, Onis are just sort of like trolls. They're just sort of like big monsters, but in this world, the Oni cells are the ultimate destructive force, which kind of makes sense with like the Ogies, the ogre clubs that they use, but it's not like it's just that they're really powerful. But in this world, if like Silver works on werewolves and Stakes work on vampires, all this kind of stuff. No matter what something's weakness is, it's weak to getting punched by an Oni. Like it just will get hurt. It will not regenerate. It will take damage. So it's sort of a unique and interesting thing. Originally, Immortal Girl is like, you're a half Oni, kill me because I'm tired of being a head. And he's like, what if I don't and we find your body? And she's like, all right, cool, we can do that. And they work together to go find her body. And as they travel the world, i.e. to Europe, in order to do that, they solve mysteries. So we have a mystery where, a whodunit in a mansion of vampires. And we have to figure out who did the killing of the vampires. Who was it? Why did they do it? Very, very fun. The way that our Oni Slayer fights at the endings is always very fun to watch. The next one was when we get Arsene Lupin, the jewel thief, and he's going to steal a jewel from the guy that went around the world in 80 days, and he's going to use the Phantom of the Opera to help him. And then the jewel owner, the guy that went around the world in 80 days, Phileas Fogg or whatever his name is, he's like, oh, I'll hire they call him the cage user. So our little trio here, they'll hire the trio and Sherlock Holmes to make sure that nobody can get my stuff. And so the Sherlock and the head, the immortal, they're in constant competition. It's very fun. They're both wicked smart, and want to be the one that solves it without letting the other one do it. And them working together is very very hilarious. It's a very good, very, very highbrow, smart, quippy humor. And the solution at the end of that, when you're like, oh, here's what happened. Oh, and then this happened. Oh, and then this thing came in. And then there's just that one little bit where you're like, oh, no, they got away with it. Oh, no, they stopped them. Oh, no, they actually got away with it. Oh, no, they stopped them. And there's the way that they twist those endings works really well. I think it's very, very fun. Even if you kind of see it coming because we've sort of been led to believe that's sort of what this character's skill is, it's still an enjoyable thing to watch. At this point, we're hunting for werewolves because the big bad Moriarty, spoiler alert, in case the opening where we find out that a guy with a cane that was engraved with an M turned our blue-haired guy into the half Oni that he is. And the guy with a cane with the M engraved in it is the one that stole her like body. That's like episode 1. And then we meet Sherlock Holmes. It's a spoiler. It's Moriarty. They act like it's a surprise. Like he shows up and Sherlock's like, "It's you, Moriarty." And she's like, "Oh, is that his name?" And you're like, "Duh, I've seen Sherlock Holmes. I know it's Moriarty. It's always Moriarty." Moriarty's trying to make the ultimate evil chimera monster by combining monsters. And so we're hunting on that. It's very, very fun. Suppose Moriarty is a villain. Not a villain, that he's the villain. You're hoping it was Mulligan. Damn you, Mulligan! Always making me shoot again. Anyway, quite enjoying it. We'll see. It so far has been good enough to keep up all the time. Our bad guy Moriarty has his crew of he calls him Victor, but it's clearly the Frankenstein monster. Aleister Crowley, who is Trixie Man, and a vampire with giant Yabos. That is her power. Oh, and then his half Oni. So it's half Oni versus half Oni, and it's very good. The OP song is catchy. It is. It has a bit of a strange intro though, because sometimes a scene will be like cutting back and forth between some things, and then all of a sudden it cuts to the intro of the OP, and the intro of the OP is sort of like shadows pulling back and like her head like revealing itself. And there's been a couple where I thought that was like her getting walked out of the shadows to say something in the scene, and I was like, oh, that's right, this is the intro. It's kind of funny the way that that's all lined up. And that's it for anime reviews. That's the anime review news. You got it. You heard them. That's all the anime I watched. Like I said, I've been working sunrise to sunset. Working hard to get my fill. It is hilarious. Trust me. And now it's time for the real news. Oh no, I don't have my background.
Man.
There it is. There's the background.
What wow, background?
You're loud. Only for me, it's on my sliders, not you. That's all she wrote. Back to loading field. Is it still loading field? Not.
No, it's a normal on mine.
No. Alex Moore. I think he's calling Starfield loading field.
Oh well, I mean, go figure. I'm sure the game runs like shit.
Why are you sure of that?
Because it's a Bethesda game at launch. They didn't have Fallout 4 ready for like being playable by the time I got it at $20.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna get this one.
Like they're a fucking mess of a company.
And we'll get this one. Alrighty. So you brought this to my attention.
Yes, go take a shower, Serranos. I take one every day, mostly.
Why are you letting the poors on stream? Because I got a write-off.
Exactly.
You don't have to pay taxes for the taxes to be important.
You know what to pull up. I never sent you the thing, but it's just on my Twitter.
Oh, it's on your Twitter? Okay.
I'll yeah, just whip it out.
I'm whipping it up.
Maybe click on it before you pull it on screen or whatever.
What's on your Twitter that I shouldn't do? You bought Fallout 4 the first week and it was fine.
Yeah, you're full of it.
Was it?
No, it wasn't fine months later.
Because Fallout, I got Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition, and that shit, like, I had my finger on the quick save button because that thing would crash the second you looked the wrong way. Loved the game, but damn if it wasn't like, you don't get to play me now.
Yeah, Fallout 4, I don't know. Something about open world games. They weren't even good back then.
They're hard to do. My
Yeah.
God, man, you're reposting so many things. Okay, here we go.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
like
it was Xenoblade 2
scroll
day
through
yesterday.
so many of these.
Dude, Xenoblade 2 Torna. One of
Is
my
that what that was?
favorite
Is that what I
games.
just had
Yeah.
to witness for like an hour?
I
Maybe
mean,
you
it was
just
just
screwed it
insane.
up. I didn't screw it up. They screwed it up.
Yeah, I was playing on like the newest console at the time. They forgot.
PS3.
Xbox One.
Yeah, either way. Do you want to start with your thread or do you want to start with Goofball?
With who? What do you?
Ass Sailor.
Um, what do you mean? Start with their what? The video?
They got a video.
We should definitely start with the thread first.
Start with a thread. Okay.
You need to see the context for it all because they lie out their fucking teeth.
Okay, so the video came after the online fight. Got it.
Yeah, the video was definitely afterwards, and some of the stuff they say is true. I didn't realize it was true leaving the video. I just assumed they lied the whole way through, but I then went through, checked the whole interaction. It's like, oh hey, they actually didn't lie about this one thing. That's kind of important. So it starts off with Flamenco getting pelted for lolicon, or like he doesn't
Of
even.
course he does.
Yeah, but he isn't. It's weird because he never is actually into it. They just keep pelting him for it because of
Well, it's like
some.
he was in a Discord that got shut down because someone was sharing it in that Discord, as I understand it.
Maybe that's usually. I think everyone's been a part of that once though. So no,
Right,
the
but
thing they hold
that's the
against him,
story, as I understand it, with Flam is
the thing
that
they always bring up against him
because he
is
existed in that Discord.
yeah, but they bring up other stuff too, and the main thing is this one hentai called Boy Soprano, which doesn't have any lolly in it. Surprisingly, it is all big titty women pegging kind of stuff. It is
Ugh. Okay.
yeah, very funny. They keep trying to use that as the proof he's a pedo is the pegging.
Yeah, that makes sense. So here's the result of what we're about to go through. Bundy Chew, good friend of the Almighty Lolly. Almighty Lolly, the guy that got me through COVID with his reading of Berserk. We love Lolly. He's always got some fun takes. We watched his Japan travel video, and while questionable, it was still an enjoyable time. Has been removed from Twitter, suspended from X.
Very sad.
He has violated the rules, and we don't like it. We don't like it when people get removed for violating the rules, quote unquote, because let's be real, it was funny. It was really funny.
It was really fucking funny.
Okay, I don't care who you are. The only reason that you report somebody for that thread is because you're ass mad. That's the only reason. And we don't like that. So we're going to go through this. We're going to look at the characters. We're going to see what happened. And we're going to make fun of it because, some people like watching reality TV and like dumping on the weird people that will sometimes get involved with that. We watch reality where two weirdos yell at each other online. And then one of them spurgs out and says, oh, I'm going to remove you from the internet now. So we're gonna have some fun doing that.
It's really funny because Kinoshe got banned for the whole of like half an hour, was screaming mass report the entire time on his other account he happens to run, Gut News Network, and then he's unbanned, and then the next day Lolly's banned, just
Of course.
till now, like the whole time. So yeah, I'm sure he's the one that got mass flagged. I'm sure that's what happened.
Right. Okay, so break this down for me.
Okay, so the Almighty Lolly was arguing with Kinoshe and Mr. Sen. Okay,
Who's
at
Mr.
some point,
Sen?
Mr. Sen, horrible person. You don't want to know who he is, but you will. That's actually the person that got Lolly banned. Lolly
Who
was
told you that?
preceding him.
Who told you that?
No. I've seen the screenshot. I believe Lolly posted in his Discord. I'm not in, but he there's a screenshot going around that says this is the tweet that got you banned or something, and it's a tweet of him quote retweeting Mr. Sen. I didn't get the screenshot of it though, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I've got that. So
Yeah. So yeah, at some point, Sailor jumps in, and I call him Sailor because I don't fucking know.
Because his name is Ass Sailor.
Yeah, I don't want ASST Sailor. Shut the fuck up. So yeah,
I
at
think
some
it's
point they jump in.
Assistant Sailor. What is?
Maybe they're a fucking weirdo. Careful scrolling down.
I'm not scrolling. We'll look at him later. Get rid of the cunt guy.
Yeah, very much rip. And so, man.
Man.
Okay, so basically,
Oh,
sorry,
break it down.
I'm not gonna explain every little pause I have, but I definitely was burping right then.
That's all right.
Okay,
Just explain
so
half of your pauses. That's all I want.
okay, I'm trying to keep this concise, but flamenco responds to the yellow flash, right? And yellow flash is calling someone a groomer.
Of
And you can
course,
start
yes.
clicking on photos now because this kind of goes along with it.
Okay.
Yellow flash posts something. Flamenco responds. Um, Sailor responds to him with this really goofy image where you can see
The hell?
Gura in the eyes, basically saying anyone who likes Gura is a pedo, right?
Yeah.
Flamenco replies, Gura's in her 20s. What are you talking about? And then they post this, which is the video. Hololive makes all their talent do meme videos, and like they're all very cringe. But this one specifically is just her acting childish, like that. That's the whole point of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one's totally in her 20s, and then they're responding, right? They're going back and forth constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's important here is the image a few down, because it's where everything kicks off. It's where Lolly starts getting involved. It's not this one, but they do. It's literally Sailor's like, "Do you know what this show is?" And Flam's like, "No, I don't know what that show is."
So it's
Like,
aesthetic to you people.
yeah, he's like, I don't even know what that show is."
It's like this is a kid, but it says 1,000.
And then he's like, "I don't watch every shonen series." I'm the fucking talking about.
Yeah. This is a sad thing though. She's like a eternal fairy,
Oh yeah, no, it is not. It
and
is a
he's like a
tragic story.
vampire. It's very
It ain't a
sad.
good story. Just click on the last photo. I'm not sure if no, it's the next one. It's the next set of
This
photos, not
one,
that one. Those are
not
just
this
everything
one.
they say in
My
between.
God.
What's important is right there.
Yeah,
He
right here.
says he at the bottom he says he dated an Asian girl who was as short as Gura.
Yeah,
You know,
I've seen
it's
them.
just something you
I've
can
seen
do.
adults that are that tiny.
Exactly. And so yes. Dude, I think women look like children are hot. Like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? But that is where this is important for later.
Okay,
Okay.
important for later. Remember this, everybody.
Remember this. It is
Remember
all
this.
aesthetic to these
Flam
people.
once dated someone who was petite, and he loves adult women, and some
Hmm.
adult women are petite. Remember that.
And so here's our friend, the guy who did the lolly debate.
No.
Yep. He comes up and he's like, "Do we need to have a second one? I feel like we need to have a second one." And at the bottom, or I guess next, who will it be between Look Out for People? And then this guy suggests Kino Shea and the Almighty Lolly,
Right.
who were arguing the whole previous day about it, you know. And then there's Mr. Sen. There's our first appearance of Mr. Sen. Kino Shea doesn't speak up. And that's the second guy is a pedophile and won't debate despite trying to smear people on Twitter. Basically, he's a pedophile. He had to say that
Wait.
twice. If
The
you didn't,
Almighty Lolly is a pedo? In what world?
he has lolly in the name, and these people are lazy and
That
don't
is
do
the
any
best
research.
blessing and a curse that he's ever come up with is naming himself the Almighty Lolly,
Mm-hmm.
because it immediately turns away enough people, but it also paints this huge target on him. Like it's an automatic gatekeeping name. Like you don't
Mm-hmm.
go to the Almighty Lolly's channel unless you know what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but on the other side of that, everyone's like, he's a lolly. Well, wouldn't he be the lolly? Doesn't that make him not a pedo then?
He's just the Almighty. Like, he has to drop it,
The
and
chicken
then
7DS was more than just petite. She was a fairy. I don't
yeah,
know.
I genuinely
You
don't
seen that
remember.
Australian chick who's stuck in a 7-year-old body?
That's weird.
You gotta feel for some of these people that are adults that just have these tiny bodies. It's like, oh, somebody loving you means they're gonna get branded a pedophile. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I haven't seen
That's the world we're in now.
I haven't seen a Seven Deadly Sins in a while, but he wasn't attracted to her at all in the show.
He's cared for her,
Yeah,
right?
at some point he
It's really
learned to
sad.
care for her. That was the whole thing. And so yeah, right there he's like, "What about Kinoshé? Debating on my lily. I'd rather be dead." And he's just explaining his reasoning for I hate these people aren't worth your time. They feed off this shit.
They lob out pedo accusations. It's frightening, not respect for consideration. This is the thing though. It's like the one person that would be willing, like the people that are willing to like defend Lolly in like an official debate, are always like the actual pedophile. Where
Exactly.
you're like, oh, well, you shut up. You're the problem. We're gonna lock you
Mm-hmm.
away. Someone who's like, there are adults who are petite, or there's weird things you can do in anime with like brain mix-ups, like we have with Mushoku Tensei, right? Where it's like,
Mm-hmm.
where does that lie? And we can sort of like, we can wrestle with that in our brains and like come to our own conclusions about it. But people who are just like, no, we should have it because I like it, and it's like, you go away, you go lick the window, all right, bro. Like that's a
Mm-hmm.
no go.
And
They
so
always end up
Mr.
being the one
Sen
in the debates.
starts responding to Lolly just like he was the other
Okay.
day, and that's where Sailor comes in at some point. That's actually this is the
Okay.
tweet that got him banned. This is literally the tweet that got him banned. I recognize the wording of it.
It's it's not, but we'll
It's
get
not
to that.
okay. I thought it was.
No. I'll yeah.
You figured out which one it was?
At least not from the horse's mouth. So that guy came in saying you're as much of a pedo as they are because you had a non-sexualized image of a blob. Meanwhile, he defends Flamenco for saying he dated someone that looked like a child. Lamel.
Okay.
He didn't say they looked like a child. He just said they were petite like that.
Yeah.
People, man.
Okay, so you know the story about Kinoshé, right? Kinoshé has Rimuru Tempest as a slime as his profile picture, and then at some point during his spat with Lolly, Lolly's like, "Dude, reincarnating as a slime has a ton of Lolly shit in it, right? Like, you really want that as
Yeah.
your profile picture?" And he's like, "Oh shit, I didn't know about that. Fuck. Now I have to change my profile picture."
Oh no! Now he's got the SpongeBob meme.
So yeah,
These people erotic lolly RP while they accuse you of being a pedophile.
yep.
And so then the sailor guy comes in. If you're so steadfast and certain in your beliefs, why not talk to someone on stream? I mean, surely it would be an easy dub if I had a CP PFP or Mr. Sen not had actually.
Okay. They had talked the previous day shortly, and I didn't realize this when I was making the thread, but they had talked previous day shortly. Or maybe I did realize it, but I didn't care enough to add it in. They were talking the previous day, and he was pointing out, "Dude, you're wearing an Ahigo hoodie in your profile picture, and that those always have Lolly in it."
Mm-hmm. It's like, well, you guys, you keep saying that I'm a thing that you appear to be.
Mm-hmm.
That I mean, that's classic internet. Is the loudest shouter is always the biggest offender.
Always is.
So Lolly, of course, making fun of him. Debate me, bro. Because, of course, that's all he wants. You dudes accuse people of being pedos for liking anime shit and have the gall to demand a platform when it's turned back onto you. Under your own standards, you'd all be burned. Hilarious. We got to know, this sailor guy has like twice as many subs as me, which is unacceptable.
That's
all right?
not that many.
We got to pump those numbers up. I'm just saying. Don't. God, so backhanded.
And so yeah, they just keep interacting like this, and that's what the main
bad faith, obfuscate, just yelling at each other now.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad faith is accusing people. You post a video of Gura, is that technically posting CP? Yeah, that's pretty hilarious.
So this is one of the big hangups Lolly has. He keeps saying, "You posted this video of Gura by your own standards, you're posting CP," and then, but I checked. Sailor never once said that posting that video makes it like that video is CP. Okay, they never.
Well, but the argument would be that if they think that Gura is a child and not 20, that posting a video of Gura like that is akin to CP.
Exactly, but that's where the next screenshots come in, because someone actually did say that the other day, and it happened to be Kinoshé that was saying, "No, it is literally CP."
Oh no!
Yeah, so he did get them mixed up, but then he got them mixed up. If you look at the likes, they were liking that tweet, so I don't know if you want to consider that endorsement or just ignore it, but like
Mm.
Sailor did like this tweet of Kinoshi's.
Dolly should be ashamed for having fewer subs than a seaman. No, 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 no. I have fewer subs than a seaman. Lolly's got like, I don't know, 100 times as many subs as a seaman, okay? I'm the one that is lacking in the subscribers. Oh, you did see that it was him that liked it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I scrolled
Basically,
through
the
this
wrong side
one.
posts us cringe, and Lolly is just vindicated. Yeah, but being vindicated doesn't help you at the end of the day. It's
So
only
yeah,
CP if you jerk off to it.
that is literally their stance. It is dumb as fuck, but at least they by their own standards, they weren't posting CP.
You gotta wonder where people are when they're replying to stuff. Like, are they like at work and they're like kind of having to like take breaks, or they're at a job where they can kind of like focus on their phone? Like, where are they? Are they in bed just like hate posting? What are they doing?
Right?
It's so hilarious
Because
to me.
these two were at it all day. But then again, I think, was this Sunday or Monday? I think
I
it was
think you
Monday. All this happened.
probably, yeah, I think it was Monday because then you told us about it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he posted the video. Then he says only CP if you jerk it. I mean, that's an argument, I guess. I wouldn't make that argument. I would have a set standard for that things are. Hey, Stu, are you still are you still on Sailor's side here?
Stu, no.
No, Stu. Okay, so they're back and forth yelling about how it's CP. I still like.
Oh yeah.
Do
And then
these
they
people not realize that there's an industry out there that actually predates and harms children, that puts them into sex trafficking, that violates their autonomy, that ruins their lives, that sometimes murders them, all for the sake of some dudes getting their rocks off? Do they not understand that there's an actual problem in the world that we need to address? And like, people are like, wood chipper, like, that doesn't work because, like, then they'll just go into hiding, or they won't get the help that they need. The help they need is the wood chipper, okay? Like,
mm-hmm.
you talk to what is that one guy that's super famous for his interview because he was a convicted pedophile sex offender, and they let him out, and he was like, don't let me out because I'll do it again. And then he did it again. And it was like, yeah, the guy knew that he had a mental deficiency and was not able to be around the human populace that had children. Like, that was a thing that he knew completely. And yet everyone was like, no, you've been rehabilitated. And it's just like, no, it's not. That's not enough. That's not enough. The wood chipper is the only solution. And whether it's a wood chipper or an island that they go to that doesn't rhyme with Epstein, or you lock him in a cage and send him up to space, like, I don't care what you do, just get them away from everybody else. What's wrong with rehab? The problem with rehab is it doesn't work. You can't. The problem, as it appears, because you have people that, like, they offend. They go through rehab, they go through therapy, they go through all these things, and they still have this problem. The problem does not go away. There's something hardwired into their brain to cause them to go after this. And it doesn't appear to leave them. It's not that, like, maybe there is a rehab that we can find that will work, but we don't have it now, so the only option is keep them away from society. That's the only option we have right now. Phantom Zone, exactly. Shadow Realm, whatever is the wood chipper in your brain, go for it. And these people take all of this animosity, all of this effort that we should be putting into making sure that those people are not around children, and saying, oh, you thought that petite woman was sexy, you're just like them. And they lump people into that And it's like, no, this is not where you fight. This is not the problem. The problem is the actual pedophilia, the actual kids that are getting hurt, the like all of that. Uh, like I we can even be like, okay, uh, Boku no Pico type stuff where it's like kids, like actual like animated CP. We could be like, yeah, get rid of that too. Don't have that too. I'm cool with that. I am totally cool with that. But then they latch onto the stuff like Gura. They latch onto the stuff like 600-year-old dragon lolly, or they look at Torao no Index and they're like, oh, even the teacher had an experiment that just made her tiny. They look at Zelda with Purah, and it's like, oh look, they made her into a lolly. Of course they did. Oh, it's magic, so she's actually 100 years old, or they pointed all of these things where it's like the biggest like the main line that we focus on when it comes to what defines an okay relationship and a not okay relationship, because we have Jack and Jill laws for this exact reason, is that it's having people of equal mental status that can make consenting decisions together. And so they take items and scenes in areas where they have full capacity and everything, they just have a petite body, and another person with full capacity, and they're like, that's a problem. And it's like, no, the problem is when it's hurting the children, and we need to save the children. Now you can take a shower. Good.
The good faith argument in their favor, which I do not believe that they believe this, but it would be that they believe that lolly shit leads to pedophilia, like actual shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so the good faith, their argument is that they're them being in good faith, they're trying to stop it so it stops people from going down the rabbit hole to being actual pedo.
And I mean, the easiest argument is that I think that I think that if you have a pedophilic brain, it was some sort of either trauma or wiring or something that gets crossed in you fairly young and doesn't get fixed or sorted out and creates this hard line in your brain. I don't think you could watch, like, you could not take a random dude who just, hey, I'm Joe Schmo, set him down and have him watch every single 500-year-old lolly dragon, every single one. He would not walk away from there being like, yeah, you know what I want is I want a child. I don't
Oh,
believe that. Like,
100%.
I
Yeah.
get that that's like an argument. I don't see that being the thing that happens out of it.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't believe that. And I don't think they believe that, but that would be like the argument.
Seems like a cop out to explain away weird and creepy stuff. That's why I always have the, is it played well? Because there are times where it's she's the 1,000-year-old sorcerer, but she's throwing a temper tantrum like a child. And you're like, okay, really?
Hmm.
But then there are other shows where they play the character fully mature, fully normal. They're competent. They have a good back and forth, and everything is just very above board. So I get you, Stu. I get you. A lot of the times you do run into this, like, this feels like you just made a child, but
Hmm.
it has been done correctly, and I think we need to just focus on that and make that what gets more popular, so that people take time to make their lolly characters more interesting, more mature, more engaging. Things that will be. I think it'll make anime better. I think it'll make the world better. Honestly.
Yeah, I think the best example of this is probably Ari Ferretta, the first arc where they're in the cave and he meets
Mm-hmm.
the 300-year-old vampire girl, right?
Yeah.
And they end up together just by like being with each other for multiple months and no one else is around.
Right.
Like just bonding together. That's just what happens.
Yeah. It's sort of natural. It feels normal. It feels
Yeah,
like, yeah, I could see that happening.
entirely.
You're like, Ariana Grande is like the 30, 32, but she looks like she's 14. Like, I believe someone could look like that. Yeah, I get you.
How
You're a
old were they
vampire.
when they were a Disney Channel star? Like Sam and Cat.
She's
Probably like 20.
probably 15.
No, no,
I
this was
thought Disney
after.
Channel was young.
No, no, this was after her first show. So this was like second show.
You
I
don't put it
don't
on the
know.
same level of actual pedos, but I find them to be unsavory, taboo. Yeah, I don't like the way it I don't like the way it comes across a lot of time. Thank you. Is that
Yeah.
new sub, new follow? Let me look.
King Bull 399.
Yeah, big follow over there. Thank you, King Bull. Ariana
So yeah,
Grande.
Sailor starts making arguments of, yeah, I downloaded this Gura video that I think is inappropriate to upload onto the internet, but I deleted it immediately from my phone, so I'm not a weirdo.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense.
That is not a great argument, Sailor.
Ariana Grande was 10 in Salmon Cat.
No, no, she was not 10 in Salmon Cat. Gemini says 20, 21, which
Is it?
makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That's like what I was thinking it was. She still looked very young in it.
Wait, I thought it said 2003. When was Salmon Cat?
Much later.
Oh, 13. Okay, yeah, no, you're right. You've heard that one reason why lolly exists is because Japanese salarymen are overworked, and that some claim they hate being adults. So they need something cute or relaxing, purity, innocence, etc. That would be an argument for moe,
Yeah.
and the rise of moe as a genre. The big head, big eyes, blobby, sort of everything, sort of bright, happy, chill. Um, lolly specifically has been around. I mean, my argument has always been Japanese women are tiny. Like they are just they are just tiny. You're wandering around Japan and it's like a school day during school hours and all the kids, all the kids are in school and you see people that look like children, but then they like are wearing clothes like adults and they're going shopping like adults, they're eating like adults, like they're just are adults and you're like that person is 4 feet tall. That I am convinced that originally lolly was just a way to have Japanese women have representation in anime. But I do believe that what you're saying is the reason for the moe boom, especially.
Oh, definitely.
My tiny senpai is a lolly. Well, didn't you hear from the lolly debate? She's actually a short stack. All right. Continuing on. Okay, so he put the video on his phone, but then deleted it. So now it's okay that he had it. I mean, this is kind
It's
of dumb to
real
fight
weird shit.
here.
And then this happens.
Gary posted a real life baby to try and say Gura was equivalent.
No, I didn't do that. You're completely taking it out of context. It's out of context.
Nice cut the context. I put that under isn't about Gura. Bro doesn't know about petite women. What else would that be in relation to?
You won't believe when you find out what the context is.
Pedophiles on their way to claim that 3 foot toddler is actually adult woman.
What are they referring to? What tweet are they quote retweeting?
Bro doesn't know about petite women. Look at that.
It's a tweet about Gura.
It is
Whoa,
totally a
what?
Gura. You found it. You dug down. God,
Yeah, I
how did
looked
you
at
dig through
the
this? Why would you
link.
do that?
This only took like an hour. It really wasn't
Okay.
hard.
He literally snips it all together. Says like, yes, it literally is about the Gura thing. That looks like the shark girl. It is the shark girl. It's Gura.
Alex, you gotta start watching it. So yeah,
Um,
that was. Oh wait, actually, okay, there is more. I think. Yeah, this is just me saying all my complaints with their video, and then at the bottom, there we go.
okay. This man is being driven to literal insanity. It's funny Bundy wants to try and shit on me for my stream when the dude is straight up just stolen TikToks and posted them to his shorts. At least I'm not a content thief, buddy. What does that have to do with anything?
He's a thief for
Like,
uploading a short like a year ago. Like a meme he didn't make, he uploaded a year ago. That makes him a
okay.
thief.
Kind of shit move, but I don't know how that equates to the to any of this.
No, they're just being petty. Like they want to keep the interactions going, so they're being petty.
And he was suspended. Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like he still had his Twitter at the time of this at this video that we're gonna watch. So we'll watch the video next.
He did, because he was retweeting the link to the video, like, guys, this is just lol and shit like that.
Just lol. What does have to do with anything? What does any of this have to do with anything? We're watching the content.
I think this only goes for like half an hour that's relevant, but like it's 40 minutes.
There's only 34 minutes in this video.
Never mind then. Maybe it's only 20 minutes that's relevant. Who knows?
Okay, let's
I just remember they like switched to super chats, or like they kept saying, okay, if anyone wants to call in, they can call in. And then no one called in
Gotcha.
because no one wants to give this person the time of day
Let's
or time
talk.
of night because this was very late.
All right. Do you think I can get through some missions while we watch it?
Oh yeah, totally.
All right. Let's see how Armored
I'm
Core
having
handles.
such a hard time with that one boss that's like the dude who he's just one of the Armored Core units, but he's like the first gen or whatever. His name's like Sully.
Oh, you're having trouble with Sully? So did Stu.
Yeah, it's rough. I need to switch my weapons. Like I need to like rebuild from scratch. It is
Just
rough.
do what I did. Shoot him more.
I'm trying to use the bazooka. It doesn't help. It doesn't work.
The bazooks.
Bazooka and grenade launcher. I like those a lot.
You like them. Oh, it's got to download content first. The content.
Damn. You're not too old to watch VTubers, Alex. How? I mean, actually, you. Never mind. I was gonna recommend one, but you wouldn't be awake for it.
For him, you just upgraded your weapons. I just got him out in the water and kept the shooting. All right,
What do you mean
we'll
upgrade
watch
your
one.
weapons? What do you mean by upgrade the weapons?
You hadn't bought new weapons. You probably didn't buy any new weapons.
No, I've been buying them constantly.
Oh,
I've been spending the money. I just have been making shit financial decisions.
Got it. All right, we'll get this rolling while we.
Oh, we're live. Let's go.
Why is that the first sound you make? Is this like a? Is this hard? Is this hard for you to do? Oh, what? Like he's so excited he got live. Like, come on, boomers go live all the time. What's your problem, weakling?
We did it.
What's up, Serranos?
How was the shower?
He's not telling us how good his shower was, but it was probably pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it was good. I beat Armored Core 6. That's what I got done doing.
You beat it
Yeah, I beat it 3 times.
3 times. That's a lot of times.
That's what I did. I beat it 3 times. So where are we at, Blaine?
Where are we at?
Yeah, where are you at?
Yeah, where are you at?
I need to. It just updated, so I have to change it back to windowed mode.
I want to know when I pass you. That's what I want to know.
When you pass me, you're pretty far behind me. I know.
I
that
know.
much.
I know I'm far behind. But I want to know when I pass you.
He decided he was gonna play Final Fantasy some more because he loves it.
I'm
Alex,
on
fucking bad.
chapter 3, attacking the refueling base.
Oh, that's not that far.
Stu, you haven't even played Armored Core.
That is a cool, very cool mech.
Just cheese his way through.
Like, Stu, if it was that easy, I mean, you would have beaten it like at least once, right?
There we go. That's better.
No, you're killing him.
Congrats on beating it. Congrats. Congrats.
Yeah,
You wonder if some of these people are doing this because they can't land a guy their age due to their hubris and attitude. These
my mom doesn't like video
presumably gay
games.
boys? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, that's sad.
Does your mom like video games?
No.
My mom loves Bomberman on the N64. We used to play that as a family, and to this day, that's like the only game that she ever played until the Nintendo Switch and like Mario Golf and stuff.
Mm. You know, now I think about it, mine does like Mario, like Super Mario.
Okay.
It's
let's
like
see
who
if-
goes wahoo.
I like it when you make it a wahoo. Bomberman 64 was so good. Like we used to play the Super Bomberman on the SNES, and then when the N64 one came out, it was just like, oh, this game is so much better. Let's see if I can get my audio lined up here.
Who is the almighty lolly? Oh, we're gonna get into that. Okay.
Okay, so he's on that one.
This is gonna be a fun stream. Oh, it might have cut off some of that.
Okay,
shit.
I do have it set up.
But basically,
Perfect.
this is all I was saying. This is gonna be a fun stream. Okay.
So it's gonna be going
We're
over the
covering
exact
some
same
guy
thing you
who-
already did. That's great.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But they're really bad at it and they lie constantly.
Yeah.
So lots of people do that.
Yeah, but this is relevant because
You almost lied, but I know the truths. This is SS Ass. This is Ass Sailor Sam. That's who this is.
Oh, that's this guy.
This is the Ass Sailor Sam guy.
And he has more subs than you.
He does. He has 1.4 thousand subs. Here I am at a measly 414.
Ooh, he's tripling you like Serranos.
Like Serranos with armored core.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm dealing with here. So I'm gonna speed this up so that we don't have to listen to him pausing.
Because this is
constantly.
30 minutes long.
Yeah, definitely do that. We don't have to watch the whole thing. But like,
Didn't you already explain what happened with Lolly?
Well,
Man,
he
play
only
the
got
video.
half the story.
This ain't over. It's never over.
Who's named the almighty lolly. Okay. If you don't know who the almighty lolly is, he's just some anime reviewer, I guess.
What?
And well, as you can tell from his name, he really likes he really likes lolly. All right. And I see people in the chat. It's fine if you like
Is
his
that-
videos, okay? But let's just say his sexual
So does that mean that Ass Sam or Ass Sailor Sam really likes Sailor Ass? Is that what he's telling us with his name?
Apparently. But yeah,
Preferences
clearly they
are
know
little-
nothing about anything.
And I really like corners. But does he have a Michael? No, I have a Michael.
off the charts, okay? They're a little kooky, they're a little wacky, and downright disgusting, if I'm being quite honest with you all. And I really shouldn't even be live right now. I have to get up in the morning pretty early. But
That's great.
I shouldn't be
yeah,
up,
we're gonna have some fun tonight.
or you should be live
Any of
because
who's
you
a
need to be up.
dude, all these people I'm about to talk about.
Well, then go.
So
go
if you
to
didn't know,
sleep.
I've been the almighty. I know, dude. It's so fucking nasty. If you didn't know, I've been in the trenches though recently on Twitter. Okay, I basically spent like the past 2 days fighting with people who think it's okay to jack off to drawings of kids. Like I've just been fighting all of these fucking people,
Do
flamenco,
they?
this almighty lolly person. I've started blocking a lot of people just because lolicons are known to report. They like to report your account and get that shit banned. So you have to block a lot of these freaks. But
okay, one
so
of your
basically, I've
accounts
been
are
fighting
banned,
these people,
and the other one is
trying to
not.
push back all these
Well, this is the
lolicons.
personal
And
development now.
Manic is a friend of the show. Manic the Manic Mechanic. He's a friend of the show. Everyone should go subscribe to him. But he tweeted out, I feel like I need to host a sequel to the Lolly debate. If you didn't know, he hosts a Lolly debate between Grimsy and I think that's Rev Says Desu, a very big
Wait,
YouTuber who covers
hold on.
drama and also likes Lolly.
No, they know
Well,
literally
in between.
nothing. They know
I will need to be on
literally
the lookout.
nothing
Hold
about what
on.
they're talking about. They just said that's Rev Says Desu. That's what they just said. You heard it correct.
The mechanic guy? No, that was on Dante's channel. Did Dante change his name or something without us knowing?
I have no idea.
Hold on. There's no way, right?
But it was the same people, is the weird thing.
Did they have the same debate? Wait, who's Grimsy?
Isn't Grimsy the guy? Or
Are
was
there
this dude-
two lolly debates in this world?
Was this dude going around to every person who would host him to do the debate?
Oh my gosh, it's getting deeper.
Holy shit.
Hold
This
on.
is going really deep.
Search on channel. Where's the search on channel button? There it is. Facebook fights against Lolly. Pixiv. They want anime gone. Anti versus pro Lolly debate. Was Revy's husband and oh, it is a totally different debate. This is Digital Overlord. There's two Lolly debates that Revy's husband was in. Oh my goodness. This guy, he's like,
I'd rather watch the other one, yeah.
Good.
I gotta spread the word about Lolly. Who's Grimsy? I don't know who Grimsy is. We have to.
I don't know, but they're also banned on Twitter right now.
You'd be surprised there were only two debates. There definitely has been a few of them over the years. It's true. But the same guy in both debates. That's the one that's getting me now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, don't we like Revy? We like Revy. We don't like Revy's husband. That guy is a freak.
out for people willing to debate. And this person suggests Kino Shea and the almighty Lolly, okay? And this is sort of the crux for our argument, okay? This is all where it started. And and then Mr. Sen, another friend of the show, replies, Kino Shea doesn't speak, and the second guy's a pedophile that won't, despite trying to smear people on Twitter. Basically, he's a pedo. And I mean, true. True.
Wait,
and Augusto chimes in here, there's no debate. If you get off the lolicon, you're a pedophile. I mean, that is an objective fact. If you get off the lolicon, you are a pedophile.
Allegations, you know?
No,
I
know.
It's kind of important that you actually...
You're the textbook definition of a pedophile, which are adults who are attracted to children.
violent.
Exactly. If you are attracted to drawings of children, like sexually, you are a pedophile. Like, that is an indisputable fact. I don't know. This is like somehow a hotly debated topic on Twitter. That's why I fucking hate Twitter, man. It's somehow like a hotly debated on Twitter whether if looking at drawings of children naked is okay, and if it makes you a pedophile. Obviously, it makes you a fucking pedophile.
That's
okay?
not.
That's
That's
just a fucking
literally not
insane
the debate, though.
concept.
Yeah.
Like,
Not that I disagree,
Like,
but they
I think
are.
we all
oh my
agree
God.
that looking
But
at pictures
if they
of
are, it
children
would make sense to
would
take
make
an
you a
opportunity to
pedo.
expose them.
We all agree on
Just want to
that.
be on stream. What's to
What we
expose is
don't
fans
agree
flooded
on
by
is
mentions
whether or
of images
not
of naked
looking at
lolicons are
pictures
blocked.
of
That is true. I was getting
petite
some of
women
this
makes you a
where
pedo. Like,
well, I guess nobody really replied to me with like images of naked children, but I did go into Kino's like hidden replies like today, and bro, it was bad. Okay, everyone recognizes them as pedophiles. They are left alone for the most part because they do things like this. Unfortunately, our laws are inadequate, and that is true. I think it is actually legal in places like Germany and Canada. I think lolicon is illegal there, so I mean that's a W for them. But yeah, they're pedos because I see you in the chat right there. They're pedos because they jack off to pictures of drawn children, like images, like just naked children but drawn, and there's some cope.
that's
That guy
I mean,
came in
that's
saying
one
you're
way
as
to
much
say
of a pedo because you had a non-sexualized image of a blob. Meanwhile, he defends Flamenco for saying he dated someone that looks like a child. LMAO.
Okay, so he's just reading it now.
These people. Okay, okay. I have to explain some lore here. There is allegations that Mr. Sen has lolicon roleplayed. From what I've seen, these are not true. There
Are you
hasn't
sure?
been enough evidence really to prove it because there hasn't been like Discord IDs and stuff like that in like the evidence or whatever. So I mean, a lot of people like to say that Mr. Sen, Lolly, RP. Nobody really knows, but
Nobody knows.
Of,
Maybe we should know.
no, he's not a pedophile.
Why
But
don't
the
we
Almighty Lolly says
know?
these people erotic Lolly roleplay while accusing you of being pedophile. And I'm not gonna play this video because it has the N-word in it, and you know. So I replied here because
The
I like
N-word?
Mr. Sen.
Which
I said,
one?
if you're so steadfast in certain
Nancy?
beliefs, then why not talk to someone on stream? I mean,
Yeah.
surely it would be an easy dub if I had a CP profile picture. That's what another thing he was claiming earlier. He was claiming because hold on, he was claiming because in my profile I have like this like you see this like little drawings on here. He's saying that that's some like weird anime thing.
It is
And,
a weird anime thing.
This is some weird anime thing, I guess. And I guess some of these characters are like children and lollies, even though there's no naked bodies on this picture whatsoever. It's literally
Definitely
just faces.
Enwa?
So, you know.
Okay.
Normal things. Just see people or Mr. Sen not
Are you
actually
just
done that. So I mean, yeah,
pulling
like,
your
my point here
anime
is,
stuff to
if
show
me and
off?
Sen are really like, if we're really the pedos, why doesn't he just go on a live stream with us and expose us? Because it should be like super fucking easy, right?
That's not how any of this
Like
works.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
you guys
that'd be such an
literally
easy dub. But he
off the
chimes in
fact.
here, you know, saying
Like, if
debate
you
me, bro,
get
debate
some
me.
live
Not what I said at all. I
stream,
just
you
I was simply pointing
That's
out that
one
if
of
it's
the stupidest like things in the world. Like, have you never had an argument with somebody? Like, oh well, if you're right, then it should be easy to prove that I'm wrong. It's like that's literally not how any of this works. If you both think you're right, then that's the hardest thing in the world to do is to prove that the other person's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Enwa's rise up.
You need to turn yourself up or this video down.
I'll do both.
it's so easy, then why don't you do it? But you know, he's just scared. You do accuse people of being
He's
pedophiles
just
for like the
scared.
anime shit, and you have the gall to demand a platform and turn your back on you. Under your own standards, you'll be buried. I'm not demanding a platform. I don't know where he got that from. Like, I could host it. Somebody else could host it. He could host it. I guess that'd be
Yeah, I could
platform,
host
but you
it.
know.
I could have a
Bad
giant
faith, obfuscating,
YouTuber on
and
my
dodging the
channel,
arguments.
my
Maybe
little
tweet it out and
tiny
it was really funny the
YouTube
first
channel.
55
I say that
seconds.
as an
I
even
mean,
smaller
honestly, I think
channel,
the
I
N-word is
know,
funny,
but
bro.
I'm still gonna say it because he's
But,
a
all
he's a
it's
bully.
all
He's
I
tweeted it
had
like
to
so many
do
times
was
at this point. It's
accuse
really,
them.
it's outdone.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
just not funny anymore. Okay, and I allude to the bad.
Oh,
faith
that's
and
the
dodging
secret.
arguments, right here.
I just
but
need
we're
to
gonna really get into
accuse
it as we keep going,
Lolly
okay,
of
fellas?
being a
Bad
pedo,
faith-
and then I'll be
bad
like,
faith is just
oh,
people
come on
being
my channel
pedophiles
and
to watch
debate me,
all the line.
bro.
You seriously gotta complain about someone being bad faith now? And obviously,
Oh,
I never said
Jeebles.
that. Okay? I never said that you are a pedophile if you watch Hololive. I said if you jack off to
Ah.
a character like Gora Gora, who let's
Hold
Okay.
on.
He didn't say it, but you definitely like tweets that were saying that.
You're more of a moon sugar guy yourself. I see. Too passionate. Good word choice. Yeah.
But yeah, we can watch anything else. This is a lot more boring than I remember.
So this guy goes through, rehashes the whole thing, says a bunch of bull honky, where he's like, look at this guy. But we have to look at my favorite part of this video. Where is it?
Oh wait, this part specifically is when they pull up, or maybe it's not this part, but when they pull up the tweet
Nope.
of the baby.
Wrong favorite part. Honey, stop getting plowed by Tyrone and his pit bull, and look how hard I owned this lolicon loser. Are you proud of me? That is my, imagine streaming because your butt hurt. Almighty Lolly says, very good stream.
No, Alex, don't watch Pippa. Watch Tenma. That's what real men watch.
If you've ever lost a debate so bad you had to cry about it to the void, go ahead and hit that like button. Go hug your father. This stream is actually real. Bro should have taken the L and just moved on.
I think I have to play through the game a 4th time, actually.
Oh, do you?
Because there was certain arena things that didn't unlock because I accidentally didn't finish all the arenas I was supposed to before doing New Game Plus 3. So they didn't unlock in my 3rd playthrough.
Oh yeah, that is a different tweet.
So, well, here is the, let me make it bigger. Here is the email notification message that was received that says, your account has been suspended for violating Twitter's rules. Violating the rules against violent speech. Violent speech is what was done. Quote, all you have to know is that I don't know who actually did it, but it's safe to assume it was someone involved with that circle. The circle of Ass Sailor and Kinoche and those people. Also, he ratioed a man with kangaroos. I don't know who the man with kangaroos is, but I just like that he added that line for me so that I can report on it. Are you all ready for the tweet? You ready to see this? I warn you. I warn you. You're about to enter a world where looking at this image and showing someone this image can get you canceled from the internet.
That's pretty based.
This is the one. This is the tweet that was labeled there, okay? Says, one of us got caught erotic cat lolly role playing. And that was in response to somebody calling Almighty a pedophile. So he replied in kind, as you should. And added this little picture of Gura pointing to a really nice knot that she tied in the corner there. So this right here, not anything else that we saw today, none of it is what causes you to get removed from the internet. Just this image right here. That's where Twitter and discourse is at, is that people can be like, I'm reporting you because you're wanting violence on me. And it's like, showing somebody how you tie a rope, that's not violence. That's not even a little bit violence. I don't, like, that's insane to me that you can be like, maybe you should think about that if you're a pedophile because you do lolly cat stuff. That should be allowed. That should be encouraged. We should be saying, hey, you know what?
I don't know. I think people should be allowed to tell someone else to kill themselves. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
You told, well, not even that. You told someone who's done erotic cat lolly role play that they should kill themselves. That's fine.
They should have done it a long time ago.
That should be praised. That gets a gold star. Not sure why anyone would have to get into a debate just because someone on Twitter, etc., asked them to debate. That's not how freedom of speech and association works. That's not how any of this works.
I accuse you of something. Defend yourself. Debate me. Debate me.
If I'm wrong, then it should be easy to win the debate.
You know that's not how that works, buddy.
It's so
that's why
great.
You're doing this whole shtick.
Does this rocket launcher actually lock on, and those other guys are just like really good at dodging?
What?
It does okay.
The little guy shouldn't dodge.
No, but
The thing is, if you don't have a good chip, it won't hit accurately.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
I should switch my.
Also, you can see the little yellow thing. If it isn't fully charged on their guy, if the yellow bar doesn't fill up and show you the number, it means it isn't locked on and it's not going to hit at all. Yeah. Usually, the one you have is pretty quick, but some of them take quite a while, and they just will not hit.
Gotcha. Why does he keep shifting the definition of pedo? So that it doesn't apply to any of his friends.
Yeah. Even though, like, original definition, whatever definition they first came up with, definitely applied to them.
Yeah, we don't need a new definition. We can use the same definition. It works great. It keeps kids safe. We don't need to keep playing with this.
Quickly destroy those wind turbines.
Hurry, remove their power source. Yes. Just call me a protester.
Yeah, I moved on. Like, the shotguns aren't my favorite weapon. Now it's the laser shotguns.
Oh, yeah?
I'll show you a
Like a true
PvP match.
Cyberpunk fan.
Laser shotgun sounds pretty great.
I'll
want
show you just how
Sean to play,
strong they are.
I want you to play Cyberpunk 2077 because you'll be saying the exact same thing.
The shotgun isn't my favorite anymore. Now it's the laser shotgun.
Yeah, dude, laser shotguns are so
It's the
fun.
laser shotgun. Come on, it's the laser
You get to
shotgun.
charge your
Awesome.
shots.
Pedo is when you like short women. Yeah. That's where we're at.
Yeah, that's what they say, and that's why I don't care about the drama at all. It's like stupid people saying stupid things.
Yeah.
Stupid.
That's why Michael loves it so much, and why he spends all his time on Twitter instead of beating Armored Core.
Look,
Yeah, you could
I
be...
wasn't beating Armored Core because I was playing a different game.
Yeah, you could have been playing Armored Core instead. You knew it was the wrong choice, and you still committed to it.
I didn't know
That's the
what wrong
definition of
choice.
insanity.
I didn't commit to it. I dropped it.
Yeah, you played it for 30 hours when I was like 15 hours before that. You were saying, I don't know, I'm gonna keep going and see how it does, and then it was just worse.
Yeah, I invested 30 hours into like how long of an RPG? 60 hours.
I'm gonna completely beat Armored Core in like 18 hours.
Much better.
Okay, I'm worse at Armored Core games than Sopranos. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Because you're having trouble on Beltaeus.
Well, I said on stream
No,
before,
here's
with
the
regards to
thing.
canceling people for calling him lolly, or if it's anime, he has so much shitting on anime experiences or medium ostracization that this shit doesn't phase him. He reminds me of you, Blaine, but younger. Look at my grandson.
Yeah, he's just like you.
My little
Adorable.
Kentucky grandson.
I bet he'd love to see Evangelion with you.
I don't think he should watch the stream.
Oh man.
Unless he's like at least 14 or 15, you know.
But here's the thing. I suck at
Action.
actually no, I just haven't put in any effort to
Lolly is
learning
like
what the fucking
30.
systems are.
22.
Like I haven't read any of the numbers. I don't know what any of the numbers
Oh,
are.
you haven't read the numbers? Why don't you read the numbers?
Yeah, you need to read the numbers,
I
Michael. Then
actually
you can
do.
understand what's
I
going
only
on.
know what weight does, and I only have a vague understanding of what weight does.
Basically, you want to make sure your mech isn't super slow, but otherwise... Also, you want to make sure your energy isn't capped out. Having your energy capped out is actually bad. You
Yeah,
need to have a buffer.
I did learn that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it changes how fast your mech recharges. I think it tells you directly as the fact of, like, how much energy you have totals. Like, say you have the 3,000 or whatever. If your thing says that your recharge is like 7,000, that means it'll do it in half a second. Once
Oh,
your thing
shit.
starts recharging, it'll recharge your full bar in half a second.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, you can use that to calculate pretty easily. And that'll help. That helps a lot. Just knowing that it's like, oh, okay, that just correlates directly.
Yeah, that's really a lot of the numbers for my issues.
Yeah,
Because you open up.
it's really easy to understand once you actually know what the number means.
Mm-hmm. Like I know the general area where the defense stats are, and I know the general area where the damage stats are.
Also, yeah, looking at stuff in a bar graph sense, just strictly how good it is compared to other parts is all you need to really be doing for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
That's for your body parts anyways. Your weapons obviously are way different in terms of how they fire, and that changes a lot. It's up to personal preference for most of it.
Gosh, I love that charged sword attack.
No,
Man, you're gonna love the
use-
fact there's so many other melee weapons.
Good.
Wait, what do you mean other melee weapons?
Are you talking about? Yeah, there's more melee weapons. He has like 2 of them.
Wow,
He has the
that's...
pile bunker as well, but he hasn't used it. He should
Do
use
they
the pile bunker.
do they play differently? Do the melee
Oh yeah.
weapons?
In terms of how you use them, a little bit, but in terms of how you set up for them, usually the idea is you just want to stun somebody, but how you land your attacks properly changes a bit. Like the pile bunker specifically, you want to be mainly using it for its charge swing, but it has no range. You have to be able to get in their face.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, you have to get up real close, but it is super effective when you know what you're doing. And you can get your movement down good. Then there's weapons that are more forgiving. The one he has is fine, but it's mostly for just clearing out AoE.
I just like that
He'll
it's
do-
single with a big strike, so I can
Yeah.
like bust through a lot of stamina on guys, or I can charge them up and
Yeah,
get that big swing.
it can hit shields. It can do damage to mobs easily. It's probably one of the better melee weapons for mobs. There's 2 other fun laser ones. There's one called like a laser dagger, and then there's one that's like a even super spinny sword. It's like it's not. I wouldn't say it's Darth Maul, but it's more like a helicopter blade. You know, the helicopter Sith lightsaber.
Oh yeah, like the umbrella one.
Yeah, because it just goes. You just like starts swinging around. You play like a dual side lightsaber.
I want that scythe one that we saw in that one multi battle.
Yeah, I think you get. I'm pretty sure you can get it. Yeah, with one playthrough. Yeah. Because that's the Moonlight Greatsword in this game.
Of course, there's always one.
Yeah, that is the Moonlight Greatsword. It's just called Moonlight.
So guys, this game has more diverse melee combat than Final Fantasy 16.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
I do wish you could have 2 melee weapons. That'd be really funny. But there would be some combos that are really ridiculous if you could. Like the double Moonlight would be stupid because it's actually a ranged weapon. It does melee weapon damage at range.
Right.
It makes
Sure,
you
you're a sign
pretty.
kids won't even know
Yeah.
what noose is.
It makes you pretty vulnerable, but it does a lot of damage. Yeah, the Moonlight is really good for builds that want to stay away from the opponent. Like, builds that don't actually want to get in and get close. They want to use, like, missiles or they want to use rail cannons to stun their opponents. Then you use that as your melee weapon so you can stay at a distance the whole time. You don't have to, like, run in. And the starting sword is actually extremely good for...
Because it's got 2 attacks.
Yeah, it's extremely good for general purpose in terms of just actually initiating. Because one thing you can actually do is when you start your swing, you can cancel it with a dash.
Yep.
So you can do that
And
a
then
bunch
you can
of
get that
times.
second one, yeah.
Yeah. Because enemy ACs are enemy AI ACs or players will fall victim to it. Because it is really hard to predict what you're actually doing. You kind of have to respect when somebody's swinging a melee at you.
Oh, dang. I heard you can make a tank guy in this. Just imagine a hovering
Yep.
tank is really goofy. Yeah, the
Oh,
tank guys
yeah.
are great.
Honestly, the boost tank is probably just OP.
Always is.
I
It's
think the
always
boost
some sort
tank
of
is
tank
just-
or quad leg. That's always the OP.
I don't think the quad legs are as OP. They're pretty good because of the fact they don't have to slow down for heavy weapons, but they're already very slow. The reason the mini tank is OP is because it's so fast. It just gets around. You can't run.
Is it?
You can't run away from it easily. The only way you can get away from it is by flying. And it also has like good enough durability that it's only going to be outdone by the like really
By
slow
other big
tanky
tanks.
parts. Yeah, it's only going to be out tanked by other big tanks. Because it gives you a bunch of load weight too. Like it can have the heaviest weapons. It's just gonna have less armor to go with it. That's the difference. Or well, I think it's not literally the heaviest weapons because of the energy load. It can't take the biggest energy load because it cannot have the heaviest chassis, but it gets pretty close. There's apparently a classic weapon they've had in Armored Core called the Kurosawa. I have it. It has just insane energy costs. It's a really silly weapon. It's pretty good, but
Like
it's
a Kira
definitely a committal.
Kurosawa?
Yeah.
Is it lofty?
Basically,
favorite?
it is a gigantic explosive.
Did everybody see the lofty like
Yes, I did.
A
One
what?
Piece.
He did, in fact, like the One Piece live
I
action.
guess we have to hate it more now.
No. I watched a little bit of his stream, and I will say
He liked the first 2 episodes. 3 and 4 got bad, and then it got better after that.
exactly. And the main thing is he completely ignored everything I disliked, which was the plot.
I just like that they don't look like they're in cosplay.
No, they do look like they're in cosplay in some.
But it's good cosplay.
Exactly, like Arlong and stuff. Like that. That's what I want from the show. I just want good cosplay.
I like the duo
Ooh.
fights. Yeah.
But like he was pulling
I
up clips
think
of
these
fight.
guys will naturally stay a little bit apart. Like one guy will stay farther away from me because he has more long range stuff.
Mm-hmm. The worst take he had was probably that like he really liked the scene between Garp and Zeph, like them talking, and I hated it because it wasn't in the original.
Yeah, that is good. You got them separated.
Where's the other one? Or I guess it's just
He got stuck on a wall for a little bit, so he didn't catch up. He should already be there, but I'm pretty sure the AI is just bad. Yeah, he was just coming up the ramp because the AI is just slow.
heal.
Sometimes it eats my heal input.
Because yeah, if you hold down the machine gun, you cannot heal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you're holding down the fire button currently and your gun is like firing, it will not let you heal. If you're charging it, I believe it's if you're charging attack or if you're holding down an auto fire, it won't work. That's what it seems like to me.
He did it. He got one. Okay, you do need heal though.
He
I got
doesn't have a heal. He has 200
Oh
health.
shit! I was mistaking that number in the bottom for you.
Yep, that's a scan.
Yeah. You got
Did this
the-
guy have a missile?
Yeah, but I'm better than that. Where'd he go?
Maybe I guess it was the other guy. I thought he had a missile because I haven't seen him use it. Oh, you had the little extra. Okay, he was just waiting forever. He just didn't use his missile.
Yeah, I've got that extra little boost when I hit 0. Useless to be around has been used for hundreds of years and reliable. Oh, reliable, they call it.
I'm gonna be really mean to the tester AC this time.
What does mean mean?
I'm gonna one-shot him. I'm gonna get 2 grenade cannons. And I'm gonna get the pile bunker.
That was your favorite last time, wasn't it?
Well, actually, this is a different one. Yeah, the rocket launcher cannon. Well, actually, no. I guess they're both grenade cannons. This one's a single shot. The other is double. Double shot grenade cannon. The Songbird is pretty disgusting. Honestly, it is overpowered. I didn't actually use it in my third run at all. I just did double shotties because I was like, okay, I just want to kind of burn through this. I think my third run is probably my favorite, though. They had a lot of fun things. The second run, it really was just a different route. It's more like playing a Three Houses. The first and second run are not going to be very different because it's really mostly the ending that's changing.
You're running the dual songbirds right
Yeah,
now?
Songbirds are really good.
Nice.
Especially if you have the tank body because, again, it doesn't slow you down.
Try to ascend to godhood like Dagoth and get a PC.
Nice.
If you want a 2060 Super, I've got one. I just need shipping and handling. Don't have high hopes.
I'll try out the Coral Oscillator after this mission. I'm going to use a bunch of Coral weapons to go through this one because might as well because I unlocked all that stuff. Or, well, most of them anyways.
See, I spend way less on ammo now.
I only spent 100k on ammo this time.
Yeah, it was like 200k with 2 Gatling guns.
Oh yeah, I also bought everything out of the shop.
Oh, you did? You
Yeah.
made the full purchase or whatever?
Yeah, everything's purchased. I think it makes sense that they give you enough through after like 3.5 runs of playing the game.
For now.
I was asking about you, Walter.
Is 2060 super good?
No,
I was
not really. It's
running
solid.
VR on the Index with it.
Turns out
No issues.
our friend's fears were warranted.
It'll do its job. It's not a modern card though now.
The PCA, Walter. Clock's ticking.
It's what we call good enough.
Yeah. So I almost one-shot him. He had like 200 HP left.
Which one?
The Tester AC. I used the double single-shot grenade cannons,
Oh.
the pile bunker, and then I used... Oh, if I had a better melee arm, I actually killed him. I forgot. This is not the best melee arm. Yeah, if I had the best melee arm, he would have died.
Well, you'll have to
Nonetheless, I
get
killed
that.
him with a shotgun instead.
Yeah, I got C ranks.
That would have definitely been an S rank if I had an RS rank the mission.
All right, what's your how do we do this? Nest,
Oh, you want to PvP? Yeah.
custom. I want to see this crazy setup you telling me about.
You want me to use the laser shotguns then?
Create a room, single, time limit.
Oh, you can just 5.
Yeah. Bondea Dunes.
Oh, let me make sure I got the actual...
Let's do one I can
Yeah.
actually see in.
You can just do the flat one. Yes.
Watch point delta.
People like that one.
Member rotation, locked, access, private.
Okay, where are the leads?
Wait. Private, create. And then invite Serranos.
Okay. Wait, my mech's name is crossed out.
What did you name it?
Retribution. You know, let's say Retribution.
You don't like Loader 4? Is that
No, it's not okay.
Alright. You said it's like a one shot or something?
Oh no, this is just a laser shot. He's the pile bunk. I'm not gonna pile bunker you in this match.
You're not gonna pile bunker? So laser shotguns. Do they charge up too, like the other laser
Yeah,
guns?
they do.
Okay.
Because yeah, they have the normal shot of this laser shotgun is absolutely worse than the other one, but its charge shot is strong.
And you have 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see a double right to the face. I wanna... Oh, I gotta get rid of his laser pistol. I hate this stupid thing.
But guys, are you aware that there's already a new Twitter account?
There is? Oh, good. Who's our friend?
Our friend is Kenshirotism.
Alright. Here we go.
Wait, oh, I still have the oops, I put the wrong weapon on there. I forgot. Yeah, because this is the pile bunker.
Oh, it's just a punchy?
Yeah, this is what this does.
That's the shotgun
Oh,
charge?
Yeah, that's the charged shotgun. 2
Ooh.
of those hits will take out
That
half
is
your health.
Awesome.
Also, the pile bunker will kill you.
Just blasts.
Also, one thing you should get used to doing, whenever you stun a unit, like say I got you stunned here and then I got rid of, or I used my shotguns already or something,
Yeah.
go in for a kick. You do have to lock on specifically. If you're not locked on, you just have the soft lock on. The soft lock on has better accuracy, so it's much better with the mouse and keyboard.
It's just
I don't
control,
really...
control, right?
Yeah, I have a controller. Yeah, soft lock is a lot easier with just a mouse because you can just turn around immediately instead of having to wait for the controller to go where you want it to.
The kick has such a slow exit, though. That?
Oh, but the thing is, when you're stunned, or yeah, do you have anything that can actually stun me? Because yeah, once it's stunned, go for a kick after that. Hit me with the sword a little bit, because the sword will do more stagger. Okay, now kick me. That did 1500 damage.
Oh,
So yeah, the
interesting.
kick has 3x damage on stun targets. It has the most damage on stun targets. So after you use the rest of your combo, you can go in for a kick, and it will finish people off really well.
Gotcha. That's cool. Okay, what am I looking up? Kenshitism?
Kenshirotism. One word.
Also, one thing that's really important for the Zimmermans, which is the shotguns, if I was using 2 of them, and I use my like blast like this,
Yeah.
the blast does more it does more stun damage if I am in this.
Hold on, let me see with the full charge. Does the
So, yeah.
full charge get a stun?
Oh no, I don't think it does on its own.
1 second, I'm overheated.
Yeah.
All right.
No, not on this mech. On really light mechs it might, but not this one. Yeah. So normally the Zimmerman does just over 1 gauge. It does like 1 1/4 about. But when I'm charging towards you, it will do 1 1/2.
The Zimmerman. Shoop, 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 shoop. I gotta start using the control to like run more, just in general. Bleh. This is great. I love City Hunter, Fist of the North Star, and all things socially acceptable and current thing.
Yeah, this this build isn't so great because I didn't mean to have the pile bunker. It's kind of empty there because the laser shotguns don't have super high stagger until you charge them. But when you charge them, it gives you a little bit of delay before you can do something else because it just like stops you in your place.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a good combo with the pile bunker. Zimmermans are really good together though. Also, I have like the full ACS data, so I just do more damage than you do.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Remember, it's not about keeping the Twitter count at the end of the day. It's about the friends you made along the way.
What are they up to?
Vicious to about like 95% of the game.
What are they doing?
Like, I have managed to trivialize a lot of it.
I need to switch this audio to.
Yeah, I can't really hear it. Mirko.
What are they playing? Final Fantasy 16?
Yeah, that's Vera. Or Viera, I don't remember how it's pronounced.
What do you mean sort of meta build? Like, it's one of the builds
Is
that
he
kind of
just
takes
streaming on his
advantage of
own?
how the game
No,
is right now.
Yes, he's
Where,
playing
like,
Final Fantasy 14. He doesn't-
Miniguns on paper don't do that much damage, but the rate of fire is so fucking insane it completely overrides that. Even with
He's talking about Armored Core.
like even with the overheat mechanic, it is still like fucking brutal up close. Songbird has kind of just always been a pretty dangerous weapon. You know, it's
The
a
machine
grenade
guns
launcher,
aren't
but, like,
overpowered.
man, you can do a fuck ton of damage.
The Gatling
you can
kind of
see it
sucks
in the stream
ass.
I did with Sean. when we were
Gatlings
playing
have
the game
good
where
DPS, but
two
they are only
songbirds
close
could like
range.
take out half a boss's health. I think the patch kind of messed with that, but it still does a good amount of damage. And the stun needle also like the stun needle is
sounds
Jordan
pretty
has to hold
mean
down the
because it
res.
can
Saturday
stun
is
an
the only
enemy
reprieve.
and still do whopping amounts of damage.
I'd say
And it's
stun needle is
kinetic,
better than the
So
songbird.
if you upgrade
usually.
the kinetic chip to where you do like 15% more damage, that means your miniguns and your fucking stun needle.
I'm gonna go eat some
do
pumpkin
wa-
bread.
like,
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
way
stun
more
needle
damage, and it's
does
fucking
even more damage than a songbird against a stun target.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why it's called a stun needle?
It actually applies electric effect as well, which deals extra damage on top
That
of
one
that.
kind of sucks. You're not using it right. It is fucking brutal.
Oh, he called you out.
He did. He did. I said Gatling gun sucks, but I love my heavy arms build.
There's just something magical about Kenshiro driving a Mad Max truck in the desert, blaring Super Monkey Ball music on the radio while towing arcade machines. Yeah. Now we get to meet God.
I also
Hello
tried
to
using the
Yoshi P,
flamethrower.
everybody.
It's just not strong enough. I
Hi,
feel like
Yoshi.
it feels like the minigun, but
I'm
worse.
sorry that Square Enix is blaming you for them losing $2 billion. You did your best. Final Fantasy 16 was pretty good.
Dang it, this guy's.
What are you gonna say about that,
beeps.
Michael?
Beeps, beeps.
You inferior Final Fantasy player.
It is a shit game. It has terrible gameplay. It's not terrible. It is functional. It is just so fucking
This is
repetitive.
quest. It's still going on. Just go to Udall.
I think the
It's the
best way to
event
play it
quest.
is to just play the story.
Dang,
and
that
get
guy's
rid of the
got a lot of
gameplay.
stoops.
Gatling gun isn't about damage, it's about stagger. Exactly. Break their posture, because then you get direct hit damage, and that's where you fucking lay on the punishment. Which, if you let your Gatling guns cool down, you can give them another spurts.
Little spurts, little spurts,
So,
spurts.
enough to break posture, and then enough stacked onto itself during direct hit. Yeah, you beat the game. And yeah, you get the Phoenix. They're blaming him for FF16 not selling. Yeah, it recently came out that fucking Square Enix lost like $2 billion post the release of Final Fantasy 16. So they're trying to blame it on Final Fantasy 16 is what cost Square Enix $2 billion. Then people who actually looked into it said, no, that's the combined losses of like Marvel's Avengers and Forspoken. You know, because they didn't meet anywhere near the amounts that Square Enix wanted.
Mm-hmm. It really is a way more believable statistic if you take those into account.
Is it?
Yeah, do you not see Avengers and Forspoken? Those were shit. No one liked them. People really like Final
Oh, did Square Enix
Doesn't-
make
Yeah,
those?
we have the Phoenix.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot they did. Yep. Those probably lost a lot of money, like
Mhm.
tons of money.
And
Yeah,
don't forget,
it probably wasn't Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 16 underperformed.
people really like Final Fantasy 16 because of the
Yeah,
demo.
it's one
That's
of
what got
16
people
on
buying
PC
it.
to be made in Dante. Yeah. Also put FF16 exclusively on PS5. Yeah, exclusively on PS5. A console not a lot of people have because you couldn't fucking buy one.
A lot of people have a PS5 though because they did buy it.
Even
Yeah,
then, it
because
still
they're
did pretty well.
yeah,
It
it's
has,
alright.
it has a lot of sales. Like I don't.
Mhm.
That's not an excuse for a game not selling well. A lot of people have a PS5. This isn't 7 years ago.
Dang,
We got
Mark.
fireworks to celebrate 10 years of Final Fantasy 14.
Jeez, I just ran headlong into
Gaming
this
is
one.
Sopranos picture offers just a no, because I knew what it was going for. I kind of picked up on some of it, and then I was kind of half convinced, like, oh no, like that thing happened to Tony. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
And
dang,
then
you got
the
me.
director got caught in an interview where he basically
Dang
admitted.
it.
So it's like, oh yeah, I was right.
Eidos
So now
made the
now I kinda
Avengers
like it.
game? Oh. Eidos Interactive?
I believe this is called Eidos Montreal. I believe
Eidos
that's what they're-
Montreal?
I think
The
that's what their studio's
Canakian one?
called. Yeah, I could double check.
You had a dream that you went on a trip to Japan that you
Yay.
took a ride on the side of a bread van to get out of the airport? What? Why are you in a bread pan?
What was it going for? Fuck it. Show's been out long enough. Tony dies. He gets killed in a hit
What does this one do?
because they talk about
Bazooka.
earlier in that season that You never.
Then you went to
hear
a
the
soup
one that
place
will
with a group
kill
of
you or
people and I
something-
got
something
lost.
to
Then
that
Blaine
effect,
showed up to
where
retrieve me
you-
since I was
you never
lost.
see your death coming for you.
I would retrieve you, DJ, if you were
Uh,
lost. I would
And
help
Tony,
you out.
famously, at the end of the series, gets cut off mid.
You feel all Blaine up an escalator, but Blaine's shoe got stuck in the escalator and I stopped
and
for a
he
few
gets killed.
seconds. Yeah, that would probably happen.
Okay, so I guess part of Eidos
Alright.
stayed with, or whatever, a little bit of Eidos that was left stayed with Enix, and then Eidos Montreal went to Bracer.
Now, let us go to a random area central Dandelion. We're just $60. What's your favorite aspect of Bloodborne? I love a lot of the design stuff. The world building is really fucking cool. I love the
Bloodborne is my favorite
Lovecraftian
part of
lore.
Bloodborne.
I love a lot of the mythology with the gods and like how they're trying to contact them. It's like I love a lot of that stuff with Bloodborne. Trying to remember how to get to my mouse. Wrong. There we go. Here. Now the interesting thing is, you don't ride the Phoenix. You become the Phoenix. And once we beat the game, we'll be able to fly, but you are able to fly as the Phoenix. You can fly as like a
I just went to
Ragnarok, but
embrace her.
You can fly as the
That's basically all
Phoenix.
you remember? Oh. Well, I probably got my shoe out, so. I didn't lose my foot or shoe. Good. I would never lose a shoe to an escalator. Are you kidding?
Become chicken.
So I guess the normal Eidos
Tony
that
gets
they
whacked by
originally
the New York
had
family
was
Polly, more like
incorporated
he gets
into
whacked by
Square
Tony
Enix
leads
and
him
got
to the deli. Yeah.
became Squeenix Europe,
And by the end, Polly's
and then Eidos was their Eidos Montreal was their other major studio, and that one was the one that spun off into Embracer last year.
Dang it.
I gotta remember how we get to the fucking main quest here.
Dang, this guy like doesn't pause at all when I zap him. His stamina disappears, then he's just like, "Oh, okay, I'll get up now." And it's like immediate.
That's crazy how Bloodborne trends on Twitter every weekend or so. Nothing happens, but one trend about minor social issues enough to change politician minds.
Let's change my shoulder.
So you're saying is we need to convince Joe Biden to get us fucking Bloodborne on PS5.
Yes, more Bloodborne
Alright.
would always be
I'm
better.
down.
Grenade launcher. I'm going double guns, double rockets. Let's see what I get.
But did I ever mention that I hate Fire Emblem fans?
Yeah, a couple times.
Like
Yeah,
Blaine.
they deserve it. Every time a fucking Nintendo Direct comes out, and I'm sure a lot of communities have with more
A
shit.
guy in a members only
I'm
jacket
calling
enters the
it community,
bathroom right
it's
before
always
Tony's
cringe,
supposed
but
deaths.
I'm sure a
We
lot
had
of
earlier in the show.
fandoms have
Yeah,
this
I
bullshit
stated there's
where,
a lot of hints.
oh, Nintendo Direct,
There's
time to,
dialogue that
like,
implies Tony's gonna die.
post
The
18
director
things
flat out
about this
said
game
the
I like,
entire idea is Tony got
but
whacked.
definitely won't get announced during it.
Because the entire final season is setting it up because he just keeps pissing everybody off and making it worse and making it worse, and he's only just able to make amends with some people, and then he gets killed.
Wait. What is this weapon? How does this work? Doesn't
I mean,
feel
which-
like a
Which one?
grenade launcher.
You pause and shoot. It's like
Oh,
a
you mean the?
yeah.
Oh, you mean the bazooka one?
I got the
think you have
bazooka
the
and a grenade
exploding
launcher right
bazooka.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pause and fire. So you gotta-
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Well,
because you
you
have
really
you have
run in
feet
area
instead
where
of
you
a
use them.
superior tank
You can only
body.
use them
That's
outside
what
of
peak
main
performance
series,
looks
mounts
like.
and stuff.
Mhm.
So I gotta roll in looking like Tyson Fury if I want to be able to use it without running around.
Yeah, and from his family too.
Listen here, Fat. Give us Bloodborne. You know, on the thing. Give us more of the things for the
Well,
Bloodborns.
you gotta give me the thing now.
I only have feet
Think they had
right
enough
now.
material to
Well,
make
buy
another
a new
season? Nah, you can tell they were really wanting to wrap it up with that last season.
Wrap it up, guys.
There was a lot of like point of no returns. Like the shit that happens with Uncle Junior is like definitive, and Uncle Junior was a pretty key character in the show. So yeah, it was kind of them going, hey, it's
See if I can
ending.
just do big booms. See what I got
What
here.
is he talking about? It's not BoJack
He's-
Horseman, right?
He's talking about Uncle Junior and something.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, me neither. He stopped talking about Bloodborne.
He stopped talking about Armored Core. That's where I lost it.
This isn't my armored
I
course.
did not intend.
Wally, we're stream sniping.
What do you think of the supposed alien corpse found in Mexico? I could literally see the paper mache.
Now we're talking about aliens. That's my favorite.
That's what I say. It's paper mache. Come on.
Now we immediately got to go back.
Just more booms. More booms. Don't let them get away.
No,
Click all the buttons.
they should let someone
Wasn't
touch
dead.
it.
Sylvia's in a
No,
coma.
no.
Probably definitely went turncoat.
Yeah, that would be
That's
great.
what I mean. Yeah.
Also,
But-
you're not gonna win the attrition battle because
By
he's in
the
a tank
end,
with
like,
more health
they
than
made
you.
it very clear.
I just
that,
wanted
no,
to
this is
try.
ending. It's over.
No,
Yeah,
no
you gotta
attrition.
avoid some of his attacks, or you gotta get a different strategy.
Like the shit with Chris, especially like Chris going out the way he did, that was like there is no way to come back from that. What's the point of the prequel movie? They were talking about doing a pre.
Okay, we're out of there. Let's look at the aliens. There's no Gundanium for my mech? Apparently not. Were the alien corpses shown to Mexican lawmakers real? Mexican Congress shown supposed bodies, x-rays of non-human alien corpses at alien history. Wait, so proof of alien life presented. People keep saying proof of alien life presented, and they keep showing this like image. Oh, get out of here. Free. No, I will not give you my email. They keep showing this image of the aliens. But these are I think these are like an old hoax. These aren't like a new thing, aren't they? Oh, what the hell is that? Jose Jaime Mausen presented two stuffed bodies that he claims were discovered in 2017 in Peru that are allegedly 700 and 1800 years old, respectively. The bodies have only 3 fingers on each hand and elongated heads, as well as distinctly non-human appearing anatomy. There it is. Remains.
The researcher claims these remains were recovered in 2017 in Peru. And researchers say they're 700 and 1800 years old, with only 3 fingers on each hand and elongated heads. They also say the DNA...
You know how I know that guy's not a researcher? Look at his lab jacket.
heads. They also say the DNA on the mummies...
He's making a boob window. He's so tiny. These things just look like little statues.
And why do they
Cartel
have,
victims? Oh no.
Why does it look like if it was made out of a rock, they just kind of chiseled out a shape they wanted? It doesn't look like
Yeah.
a thing.
Are you trying to like?
It looks like they
molded
molded it out of that rock that it's in.
Guys, Japan has had alien remains for 1,000 years. Look at them. Look at the cute little alien remains Japan has had.
Oh no! It's gonna reflect physical attacks. Run.
He's a
not belong to
Pokemon.
human beings. However, this is a big however. The ufologist has presented similar findings in the past, which have been discredited and debunked.
Okay.
Okay. Get out of here, you. I don't want to hear about your... Alright, quit this program. Done with this one. I need a new name. This guy's a known hoaxer, so it's not to be believed. Yeah. It's cute. My disclosure is happening. Now, if we could only solve the Shroud of Turin cloth and its origins, it would be... Yeah. Oh, man, one of these days I'm going to get that fly. Okay, what are the better legs? I want some good chonk monk legs. If this guy's going to try to tank me, I'm going to tank his ass.
Yeah.
I almost got it. I've made so much money Or should I do the quick tank?
Yes.
No, I'm doing heavy tank. We're going heavy to heavy on this one. What are the heaviest arms? Arm
With
load
the heaviest
limit.
arms.
The heaviest arms for the heaviest crowns. This one's pretty chunk. Okay, I think this one's it. Wait.
Mr. Otto's gonna hate me, but I started playing Bad North again today.
You played Bad North? Is that good?
Yeah, because I had to itch to play Thronefall, but I already beat Thronefall.
Yeah.
And so I decided to pick up Bad North again because that's like mildly similar.
Is it similar at all?
Yeah, mildly.
There's one good reason to believe in aliens to piss
Why
off
are you
Neil
igniting a
deGrasse Tyson.
lightsaber?
Wow, wow.
Or is that just a really loud vape?
That's just the AC in his room.
Yeah, fuck. What's his name? DeGrasse Tyson.
Oh, tank type legs use internal boosters. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna stick with the close range for now. Best capacity. Cool, I like it. And we'll do that. We'll do that, and we will that guy and that guy. Cool. All right, I need new paint. We can't go in looking like this. Can't go in looking like this. Let's do. What do we got? Snow tank, green tank. Give me a famous anime tank.
Gun tank.
Gun tank?
I have no idea.
I forget what gun tanks like normal colors are. Oh yeah, this will be good. Oh, this is gonna be grand. Copy image. Here's our gun tank for reference. The Edelweiss. 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 Photoshop, give me eye drop. Gray, red, and blue. We're talking UC Gundam gun tanks. Yep, that's where we're headed. We'll see how close we can get. It looks like if I go all blue and then adjust everything else, I should be able to do this fairly quickly. Create. Paste. Color pick. This one. So I want that guy. Let's do main red 74. If I can do this. Red 74. Green 74. Make it killdozer colors, just cement. Just make it solid gray. Oh man, I was using a little. It's literally called a subcompact tractor. Like it's the smallest tractor that you can call a tractor. It's like a really big riding lawnmower that they put a bucket and a excavator on. But dang, if it wasn't just so much fun, just rolling around, digging up chunks of dirt. It's so great. Yes, overwrite that nasty black with that. We'll do this. Can I just do them all? Yeah, I'll just do them all. Bink. Pink. Night Mechanic. Fan Expo this weekend. Oh, there will be no Fun Time Friday this week, unfortunately.
Sad. Oh well.
Yeah, sad days. All right, so let's start with the head. The head is not that color. Yeah, it's busy times for me, but we'll get back to it soon. 92. 154. 149. Monday, more reviews. Should be. Okay.
Michael, what is that like sound?
It's a fan in his room to keep him from
What are you talking
melting in
about?
the California sun.
Which sound? The tapping?
The
That's the fan.
Yeah, the lolly moaning in your room.
yeah.
Do you still hear it?
No, it disappeared greatly.
Okay, I moved my laptop.
You stuck it right in front of the fan so we could all be a part of it.
That wasn't a fan. That was the laptop fan.
What? Your laptop is dying?
That was the whirring up sound we heard originally. He's just torturing his laptop because
It has always sounded
You
like
won't
this
do it.
every stream. You've never noticed.
It's perfectly normal. Happens to everybody, guys.
That's how it goes.
That's an awful sound, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, it's not fun.
Okay, this one actually needs to be this sort of orangey color. 209. 209. 57. The guy streamed once this week. Blaine, you don't have the subscribers to pull a Gura on us. What does that mean?
She hardly streams ever.
Oh, gotcha.
Gura doesn't like us anymore.
Hey, considering how often I normally stream,
You're lowering that average.
I'll be
Gotta go
I'll be
below
back
3.
at it. If I go below 3 what?
Once this baby goes under 3 streams per week, you're gonna see some
It's gonna
serious shit.
explode. All right, we'll go like that for the head. The chest piece, we get the sub here. I need the what is this color? Oh, it's no way that's the color. It's way brighter than that. Is it that one? 228. Okay. I'll trust you, color picker. You're technically correct, but you feel kind of gross right now. We'll see. 171 and 44. Ugh. 44. There we go.
Also, you see articles talking about people working at a uni got like death threats, so there's like, we're closing our office for the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't care about hearing you're like, oh, people got death threats, this is so bad, we gotta condemn it. It's like, I don't care. Of course it's gonna happen. Why would it not happen? This happens
Right.
all the time. I don't care.
Yeah, death threats are just like a normal part of life, I think.
Yeah,
Someone's
like people.
God, I hate you. Go away.
Yeah, people
Die.
act like, oh no, this is horrible. We can't allow this to happen. It's like it's gonna happen. It's
It's just a part of life, you know?
That's lying. Yeah.
No. Optional? No, I don't want to change any of that. Okay, so interesting. I can't. There's nothing on that core that let me adjust the middle section, though. I wish there was. Let's see if. Okay, see the arms are actually pretty easy. I need to get this color. Yeah, that's about right. 122. Oh man, Monday I've got such a all the masonry comes on Monday. It's gonna be a heavy day. All of my workouts have
Bricks?
become digging and brickwork.
Bricks.
Yeah.
What are you building? Building a castle?
Yeah, freaking castle. A multi-tiered hill into a castle fortress.
Build a Mott and Bailey.
Yeah, I
Yep.
believe it.
Start with the Mott, get to the Bailey.
Then you're gonna once you get the Mott and Bailey all set, then you can go into lolly debates.
Yeah, then I'll be ready.
Then and only then.
God, that stupid fruit fly. I love how his arms are all just like one color. Boom, boom. Tank treads. Okay, some part of this has to let me... Oh, that's a lot of the middle, though. Oh, I didn't save it. Dang it. What's this one? Blaine's building a castle for Shadiversity. Someone's got to do it. That guy's got like 1 billion kids, but he still hasn't built a castle yet. Besides, my castle's more of a Tenshu. Japanese style, baby. Get that palace grounds and everything.
Also, yeah, in the next chapter, you're gonna have the option to take a mission. I think it was called Cataphract. I think it's like my least favorite boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Also, you can decide to any of the choice missions you have that go one way or the other. You can check out both and decide to not do it. As long as you don't finish the mission, you can go to the other mission.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, as long as you don't finish it, you can just go do the other one.
Why can't I choose the tread color? It's a little annoying. Oh, well, I think that should be accurate enough. Let's get to the arms color set. Bingo. Color set. Bingo. We'll do same deal. Bingo. And bingo. There we go. Gun tank, everybody. Then we'll play around with what hands we give gun tank. Save edits and quit. AC data. New.
What does Gun Tank have on its shoulders? Does it have
He's
rockets?
got 2 giant like rockets or missile launchers or
Yeah, do you have the
something.
Songbird yet?
Where's my AC name? Where do I get rid of where do I change it?
You can change it in there, but you also go to assembly, and then you can do it from assembly. Tab.
Tab, okay.
And you can go save over that again. Because you can also you can change it in that data there. You can change
There
on
we
all
go.
of those things, so when you load them back up,
Yeah.
you can change the AC name
It'll
on
actually
that.
say.
Yeah, just click on that.
Cause like you change the AC name.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes more sense now. I'm not just stuck with a loader 5. Death threats and chainmail. If you don't do this, you will die. This ghost will come after you. You don't spread this online message. Yep. Oops. I exit that. And then this. And I don't save because it's just a picture of gun tank.
We better spread that online message then.
Alright. Parts shop? Which one am I looking for? Scudder, Ransetsu, Etsugen, Hadelman, Zimmerman, Sweet 16. Oh, Sweet 16 actually looks like the it looks like the gun tank hands. I don't know if it's like a machine gun in the same way, but Majestic, Gochin, Iridium, Therapist, Pulse Guns. Oh man, this is kind of crazy. It's cheap. I'll buy it. Get one for the other hand. I do.
Yeah,
have
you want the
songbirds.
songbirds, yeah, because those are ones for the gun tank.
Gotcha. And
And trust me, it'll be fun.
Cool.
And if you want the authentic gun tank experience, you can replace them with the other single shot grenade launchers. So you can
What
actually
other single shot grenade launchers?
You'll unlock them later, because that's the double, and then there's the single.
Okay, we are authentically gun tank now. Let's see if this is any better against our other tank buddy.
I think you'll get a helmet that'll fit it better too.
Something with the two little antennae.
I think it's more square shape.
Oh, he's running Songbird as well. Cannon head. I have a cannon in my head.
Yeah, Volta has some nice weapons. He has a Zimmerman as well.
A Zimmerman.
George Zimmerman?
Is he gonna beat that defenseless child? Yes, I look like gun tank.
That's why.
Yes.
Man.
Zoom.
Can I even kick without legs?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
What do you mean kick?
He does kick with his tank.
Yes. Oh man, this guy's color is hard for me to see.
I just like hear the clicking.
My crazy mouse clickies. Boom! Up and close. I had very little health left, but I won. And that's all that matters. Gun tank.
We did it, boys.
I love these little like 4 gun cannon hands are so silly. I got some Ost ships. And the gun cannon head and his emblem. Unity just needs to grow a pair, pull a Bernie Sanders, say no refunds. Oh yeah, what is this Unity thing? I saw one of my friends actually posted in our
We
Discord.
could
that,
probably
like,
check, or yeah, we could probably check out a video to somebody that knows exactly what's going on, because there is legal considerations. But the short of it is, Unity did not clarify very strictly what's going on, how they're going to, because they said we're going to start charging you for installs once you hit a certain threshold, 200,000 sales, 200,000 downloads. You need to pass both of those, and then downloads past that will charge you for. They said 20 cents per install.
I searched Unity news, and the day ago was Unity seeks to clarify new game engine charges amid outrage from developers. 10 hours ago, Unity shuts down offices following death threat.
Yeah.
Okay, what? Somebody.
Look, I'm just saying, Yandere Game Dev was working in Unity.
Now he's gonna have to change.
Mm-hmm.
Unity bosses sold stock ahead of scummy devs.
They did not sell that much stock. That was
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
They've been
Jesse
and the
selling
stock
off-
hasn't even dropped yet. It's
Yeah.
still, it didn't drop like at all. I checked.
Now, if he's been selling off stock for last year, that makes sense, because yeah, he knew that we're gonna make unpopular decisions. If he was selling off like an inordinate amount of stock, I would say, yeah, it's kind of scummy.
Okay, Jesse Cox wins because he has only a 6-minute video. Let's see if he's what he's got to say.
Is he going to tell us how gamers are dead?
Maybe he might do that.
Is he going to
Like,
be
their stock
gay?
has dropped $2.20.
Welcome back to another episode of 5-Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be about Unity. Today in the news, Unity Technologies, the company behind the Unity engine, has single-handedly burnt away all
He
their
doesn't look
goodwill
fatter than he used to be,
with
so that's
one
good.
really stupid
he did it.
decision. Yesterday morning, Unity announced their new runtime fee program. A program that, starting on January 1, would charge developers that use the engine a fee based on various installation and revenue thresholds their game meets.
Okay.
Also, they did this on National Video Games Day, no less.
pause.
On their blog, Unity shared, "We chose this because..."
They will not get charged for previous installs that happened before the first. If they in like 2023 they passed the threshold, whatever threshold they have set, they will start charging them then on. Yes, they will charge it. All previous Unity games are retroactively being included in this. That is something that's extremely scummy. But yeah, you will not be charged for something that already happened, as far as I know.
Well, what I'm curious about though is like, what was their previous
They just had a license
cost
fee.
structure?
They
right?
charge you to use the period.
Yeah.
You pay money and then you can use it and sell games with it.
Gotcha.
Yep.
What
It
they
was very
should do, what their main thing is, they should probably have their like $2,000 subscription tier, which for if you are actually a mid-tier developer, it's just kind of fine, or would theoretically be fine if you just need to publish a game on Unity and it costs you $2,000 a year to have that.
Mhm.
That's not insane if you are actually a developer that's got something under their belt already and has already made a decent bit of money from their games. But what they should do is they should just say, hey, we don't have enough money to keep going. We're going to be raising the price, and we're going to be taking cuts of game sales that are made from this point on.
So here is the UE5 license, because back when I was doing some game stuff.
'Cause, yeah, that's what, I think
I
they're-
tried Unity, and it just
I think
it wasn't
Unreal
as
Engine is at
clear
10%, right?
as Unreal, and it's you're free as a hobbyist. Then their enterprise program is $1,500 per seat, and then as soon as you exit the enterprise, it's custom. Like you have to negotiate what you're going to do. But they
So,
are
their first tier is pretty similar to
they are
Unity's.
royalty free for until you're $1 million game, basically.
Yeah.
But what you're saying though, I think the
As far
what
as
they
I
did is
know-
they rolled, because they used to have it was like a 10% cut. So like anything, if you made a game that got big, then you would owe them 10% of like everything. And what they did is they started selling your game on Unreal and taking some percent of the profits there. So they kind of did a Steam cut instead of having it be a part of the license structure. But so previously with the UE4 license, I think it was different.
I do not believe they had a sale percent cut on Unity before, which is kind of a mistake.
Yeah, I mean it's like Unity got big because it was so cheap and easy to get into. And again, there was a very simple environment to do very, very quick and easy things. But now that it's gotten big, it needs to be a little more official. They really should have gone probably percent rather than saying per install, because then it's like, oh, you're gonna get punished for every customer.
Also, how are you going to track that? Is the other question is, are you going to track piracy? Like, we are taking actions so you can report bad actors.
Yeah, in the Unity shell is a thing that tells Unity if the game has been installed on your device. Like that seems very strange. We chose it because each time a game is downloaded, the Unity runtime is also installed. That's not why you say that. You say we chose this because this is like fairly industry standard for things where you're basically helping them craft or create their item.
I think the per install fee is just kind of stupid.
It's a dumb way to write it.
Really
You can just say part of sale. Like,
yeah,
people are totally normal.
Yeah, what if it's just 20? If it's just 20% per sale or 20 cents per sale, I don't think anybody really complains. Like 20 cents per sale.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a game that's selling for $2, more than $2, like you're still doing fine.
They didn't have business doing that. A lot of people had them for years. Shame on customers not reading the contracts and seeing the dumb modern rental. Oh, you guys are talking about something different. Time Warner or whatever. Let's see what else he says.
Thus, each time a game is downloaded, the Unity runtime is also installed. Also, we believe that an initial install-based fee also allows creators to keep the ongoing financial gains from player engagement, unlike a revenue share. Games
Right, because if you did a revenue share, then you could be taking cash from them as they're getting like DLC and other stuff that that's coming in potentially, right?
I mean, honestly, for Unity, they're only down. Aren't they down like less than $100 million a year too? So, really, with how many games are made with Unity, you could take a tiny cut and you're still profitable.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could be a tiny cut. Like seriously, 20 cents per sale. I think that would probably actually still do it.
qualify
The
for the
real
Unity runtime
reason they
fee.
don't do this is specifically because this is targeting mobile developers. They're targeting the
Mhm.
big giant mobile games on
Oh,
downloads.
yeah.
That is the exact reason they're doing this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, there we go. I think my mic was a little unplugged. Maybe that was my
Maybe.
issue.
Yeah, maybe that's why it was a little bit quiet.
I feel like it's a little better now. Maybe I just need like a cloud lifter or something. Turn this up, maybe. Get a little bit of that in there. No, that doesn't really do what I wanted to do. I've got my high Z on. Where's my 48 volts is on? Okay, cool. You're not wrong, but in 2013, it was a new rule for existing customers. I don't even know what you guys are talking about right now.
After two criteria have been met. One, the game has passed a minimum revenue threshold in the last 12 months, and two, the game has passed a minimum runtime install count. And when phrased like that, it might not seem like a lot, right? It seems pretty reasonable. However, if you actually deep dive into what it means,
look at those big old
it could put
rocket
an indie dev in the
launchers.
red very quickly. Again, this is about installs, not purchases. So let's say it's February 2024 and you have made a game with Unity and you go on to sell, I don't know, 500,000 copies, which is above the threshold that you would need, right?
You just never put
And
your game
let's say
out
your
for
publisher
free
takes
anymore.
50%, which is usually
Basically,
what happens
mobile
to a lot of
developers,
devs out
screw
there.
you.
The publisher takes a cut.
Yep.
And then, since at this point you're
Like,
over
this is
Unity's
really
threshold
hard
of
targeted at mobile.
200,000, you now owe them for the remainder of
Yep.
the installs 20 cents per install, which totals $60,000. But here's the thing. Let's
Imagine
say
it-
you had your game
The
added
people
to a
who do
bundle, like a
resets
humble
to get
bundle
certain
or
characters.
a bundle for racial justice or trans rights or the
Imagine
gamers
racial
news bundle.
justice and
Whatever
trans rights with
bundle
my
you've
humble
added your
bundle.
game to support something that you weren't going to see any money from, right?
And
All
how
the
are,
money was gonna
how are
go
they going to know?
some
It's
sort
like,
of charity,
oh, we're going
right?
to track
It's
all
just
this and
some
make
sort of
sure. We're gonna track
Yeah,
all this to make
it's
sure
just
that
an
it's not
interesting
not
way.
from a bundle, it's not from this. If it's on Game Pass, don't worry, Game Pass is gonna pay for it. It's like, okay, right. And basically, we're just like, we'll tell you. Also, if somebody abuses it, just report it, and we'll take it off. We'll give it back to you after we charge you. It's like all this silly stuff is just like, why? If you need this many exceptions, maybe your system is bad.
You know what though?
Mhm.
Like, there's some guy at Unity who's like, "Man, revenue share sounds really mean. Like, we shouldn't do that. We should base it off of something that's like, you know,
I mean,
like a
you wanna know who
one-time
that
thing
is?
rather than like an ongoing." Like, he's like trying to like make this like nice thing, and then he's like, "This is how we'll do it, so that we can like go green and like."
No, you know who it is? You know who the CEO of Unity is?
No, who is
John
it?
Riccatello. You know
Did
who
the
John
CEO make
Riccatello
this
is?
decision?
Him and the board, I assume.
Him and the
Whoever's on
board,
the
you
board.
assume? Okay.
I mean, that's what I assume. They're the head of the company, so they probably made the decision since they're at the head of the company.
I mean, they would agree to make the decision, but they didn't come up with a decision necessarily. They probably were like, "Hey, we're low. Does anybody have ideas for how we can get money?" And they like throw out all the ideas, and they're like, "All right, well, is there a way we can make this not as mean as revenue share?" And they ended up making it worse.
Yeah, he was the head of Electronic Arts during 2007-2014.
Okay,
That's what he did before.
it's a long time.
Yeah.
7 years.
Yeah, he oversaw the
Yeah.
death of the sports games and saw them become terrible.
Wow,
And
these
he was
shotgun
there
things are crazy.
right when they started introducing, or he left right when they started introducing microtransactions to everything. And he was the guy that said we should charge players to reload their magazine in Call of Duty.
Was it a joke or was he?
No.
Are you sure? That sounds like a joke.
It sounds like a joke.
He was suggesting ways they could use microtransactions in games.
Sorry, you only have a 3rd tier subscription. You need to die to reload.
This is all in the wake of the Unity one on Reddit, so of course everyone is angry. This one says he tried to charge gamers to reload in games such as Battlefield.
I don't think they ever tried to do that, but that was something he said that they could do for microtransactions. I think he was talking specifically to EA investors and stuff like that. I believe that was the context. He was talking about things where they would expand microtransactions. I don't know if they ever actually intended to do it. It was just something he said there.
Oh, this is a really quiet video. Give me a second.
I think might be lost on many is a big and substantial portion of digital revenues are microtransactions. When you are 6 hours into playing Battlefield and you run out of ammo in your clip and we ask you for $1 to reload, you're really not very price sensitive at that point in time. And for what it's worth, the cogs on the clip really low. And so essentially what ends up happening, and the reason the play first, pay later model works so nicely, is the consumer gets engaged in a property. They might spend 10, 20, 30, 50 hours on the game. And then when they're deep into the game, they're well invested in it. We're not gouging, but we're charging. And at that point in time, the commitment can be pretty high. As a personal anecdote, I spent about $5,000 calendar year to date on doing just this type of thing on our products and others. I can readily attest to how well it works.
Okay.
That sounds even without the music, that still sounds more evil than I was imagining, actually.
What are you talking about? He's talking about how people, when they're into something, when they're invested in something,
No, he's talking about like, no, it's not price
as much.
gouging. It's not price gouging. Yeah, like manipulating people's emotions so that they'll give them more money.
That's different.
No, it's not. But it's the fact that he's stopping to declare price. No. You're misunderstanding me, bro.
That's oh my god.
You're misunderstanding,
you are the
bro. We're
most
not
bad faith person I've
gouging.
ever encountered right now. Are you kidding me?
We gave them a taste of what they paid for. Now make them buy the rest.
No, oh my god, you guys are ridiculous. He's saying when you're invested in a thing, that's when you're the most ready to then pay to continue doing that thing. That's
yes.
how
Are you aware of what?
works.
Are you aware of what that mindset is? The gambler's mindset.
It's really predatory.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to
it
buy
sounds
a
really
casino
surprising, but yeah, it's really predatory.
Wow.
I don't want to spend $60 so I can now have a casino on my
that's a special
PC.
forces craft. Yeah.
Okay.
Take that mission. Try it out.
The bottom one?
Yeah.
Do it.
This is I don't think this causes a hard split on anything, but yeah. I think it makes a change later. I don't think it's that big for this mission.
Sounds like Palpatine's
Isn't this the one you
music.
hate?
It is, yeah.
Why are you making him do it? Give me a second, I'll go grab a popsicle.
Give me some popsicle.
And I missed. Oh my goodness. I'm so tired. I've been up at like getting up at like 6 a.m. to be like out there when the sun's coming up. And then like staying out working until the sun disappears is like just wears you down.
Yeah.
What kind of popsicle? Is it a Melona? No, not a Bologna. What, I mean, come on.
Oh, it was. It was.
Okay.
The Koreans knew what they were doing.
They do. Went to a Korean barbecue where I filmed that little short last week, and when you paid the check, instead of coming out with like a little mint, you know, like they do sometimes at a restaurant, they brought out like a Bologna.
That's awesome.
Oof. Ouch.
Yeah, it seems kind of hard to beat.
It does. No.
We've tried armored cores. Now just make the tank bigger.
Stay close. Get him right in the butt. Get him. Right.
Oh yeah, you figured that out.
Right in the face. Well, there's like a little dude hanging out in the middle. Jeebles, that's a strong one. Ouch. Got him.
Hey, he did it.
First time. And then he has a second form. Yeah, what are we doing here on Rubicon? Gun tank is unstoppable. And I didn't spend a lot on ammo. What do you think of that, Serranos?
You spent more on ammo for what?
I spent less on ammo this time.
Oh, that's good.
One new
More money.
message.
It's Kanye.
The Shagahad.
Hey brother, I heard you out on Rubicon.
A valuable asset. Oh, thank you for calling me valuable. Blah, 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 blah. Others.
Y'all ever eat the stick?
Wait, what about this dick?
Eat the stick.
No. It's wood. I don't need fiber in my diet that badly.
One time.
Survey the uninhabited floating city. Heavy missile launch support. Ooh. I don't have too much left in me tonight. We'll get through this
Weren't
one.
there 4 missions and now zone 2?
Rad client.
VCA's show of force has finally started to affect my own business.
Has it now, Carla? Spider. Black Widow baby.
Now they're feeling ambitious and sniffing around RAD territory again. And say this calls for fireworks, and I've got something that'll blow them away.
Kanye invited Gun Tank to Rubicon to watch 21 Jump Street. It's true.
They're bound
That was insane though. It was like a schizo podcast with people talking all over at the same time. Didn't jump in until the music part with Leon. Lol.
We'll make sure the Coyotes
Oh,
and the PCA get a
the
chance to see RAD's famous
part where
fireworks.
Leon talks about MCR being punk. That was a weird part. Or is this a different stream?
Probably a different one.
That is an insane take though. Can't believe someone would ever think that MCR is punk. Or marketed as
Yeah, they're
punk
good.
in any way. Uh-oh. There's water everywhere. What am I supposed to do?
Started without you, tourist.
You're able to go in the water.
They are an eager bunch. Wow, the shotgun. It's up close. Okay, so I have to do this.
Commencing missile launch sequence. Oh yeah, you haven't.
Dang it.
Chatty's our systems admin. Doesn't talk much, but he knows his stuff. Anyway, no time for pleasantries. We've got coyotes to deal with.
We got coyotes, Allie.
Howling around with the
Come on, Allie, let's go.
smart, but not for long. Here comes the second wave. Keep the fireworks safe.
Destroy them.
Definitely confuses me how people get like just reading more stuff about it hardcore online. How people get really stuck on the spider,
Which spider?
the sea spider, the big sea spider you fought.
The one I
Apparently,
just
people
fought?
like yeah, the one you fought to get to this place, to get to the other side of the sea. Yeah, the big floating spider thing with the red lasers everywhere.
Oh.
A six-legged spider.
The worst kind.
Yeah, apparently people got like a lot of people just like hated that boss.
Look at all those coyotes. Don't let them slip past you.
Honestly, if you have a build that's at least mildly okay at dodging its stuff, you don't really have any problem. I really did not think it was hard to learn how that thing attacked.
Feeling antsy, tourist?
I'm trying to remember what this spider even was.
Fun.
How do you not remember the big spider
Is it more like a crab?
or the crab? Was that?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I would have thought.
What else would you have thought that wouldn't match the description of a spider? Like the
I don't
big
know.
boss that you
I'll-
fought to get across the ocean. Do you not remember that? Did you forget?
Oh no. Coming across the bridge.
Did you not remember anything from the story?
No.
The spider stays on the ground for the first half of the fight, and then once it's phase 2, then it flies in the air. It flies around, then it circles around, as a death ray that hits you if you're on the ground, and then it'll come in if you're on the ground for a sweep. It'll just start spinning around some, but it's not really fast. It plays a lot more fair than most of the other bosses. Like I think the tank on the wall is probably just the worst boss in the game.
Tank on the wall is the worst boss in the game? I think the
Yeah,
boss
It's
that
not
was
the
that's
hardest. No, it's not the
the
hardest. It's
at the top
just
of watch point here was more like super annoying. With
boss
just the
haste.
missile
No,
walls
I'm
or
talking about
whatever?
it's the worst boss, but it's the worst design. It's like there's just nothing fun about fighting a tank.
Oh.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
just
You have to dodge immediately just to not lose
that's
that.
oh you'll have a fun fight later. There's one that's way worse about that. Way worse.
Hey, Serranos, if we kill the spider, right,
Yeah.
so that we can cross the water and then kill everyone over there, Will we be free?
No.
Shit. Well, I'm out of I'm out of ideas now.
Oh no. Someone's shooting ally.
Yeah, just one got through.
Has it just been over here like...
To your left.
There he is.
Turns to the right.
Oh no. They destroyed the missile. Now I'm gonna lose.
I assume you just get money penalized, and you should be able to finish if one is alive. Because it didn't auto-fail you when one of them died. Oh yeah, even with like a lightweight mech, the tiny little like bipod MTs, like the little tiny ones, those things actually get crushed by just one kick from any mech. You have to go on top of them. Oh, it's coming down for you. Nice.
Yeah, because I don't have a lot of boost to get up to it.
You can go higher when you boost forward as well. It'll get you farther up than the just straight going up usually.
Mm-hmm.
Tourist.
Yeah, I guess you didn't need all of them.
Yeah, we'll see.
Unless it tells you you failed now, after you finish the mission. Oh yeah, it has the predicted impact up and to the left.
Looks like I was a little off.
Well, I guess you should have just tried harder.
Close enough is good enough for me.
Yeah, it's big boom.
Oh my god, you guys, Nintendo Direct?
Yeah, I watched the Nintendo Direct. I got up to watch it.
I didn't.
I'm not doing anything else, so.
That unicorn game looks pretty good.
Oh,
unicorn
that
road.
boss. For some reason, I was like trying to picture a boss in the ocean that I was fighting. And I was like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
I said
Yeah.
spider. Like
The super speedy one.
the spider wasn't that fast.
Was it
The
not?
Balteus was the guy you fought at Watch Point. Because yeah,
I
the
felt like that
spider's
spider thing
literally-
was like, it was like running around left and right all over the place. It was just like, God, will you stop?
I guess it jumped around, but it wasn't. It's not nearly as fast as some bosses. It's one of the slower bosses.
Mm-hmm. Or sometimes the second half of Spider Boss is when it like flies like a flying
Yeah,
saucer.
it just gets. It's like a pine cone with a laser. As long as you can get up to it, it's just not really that threatening.
2 days later. Which
You
is
just need to
good.
build a mech that you can get up to it.
Apparently, I
just
need to
fine.
watch Tim's stream from the other day. Sounds like there was some heat, some drama.
Tim Pool?
No, Tim's talk.
I already know it's Tim.
Yeah, no, other Tim, our Tim.
I watched. Oh yeah, and Tim, I mentioned on Discord. I've been watching EFAP watch it because I'll just watch them or watch other stuff. I thought episode 2 was horrifically bad. I thought episode 1 was bad, but episode 2 is far worse. It was just like, didn't make any sense. It was so cringy how they had. Oh yeah, what it was is they lampshade this extremely hard where Ahsoka and Hera went to this former Empire dock, and the commander was telling him, I was like, well, I mean, just because we were part of the Empire doesn't mean they agreed with our ideals. It was just, I mean, it's just work is work, you know? It's like, people that were there during the Empire, you can't just turn down their work because they worked for the Empire.
Yeah.
And then they just attack them for no reason because they're like, for the Empire! It was just the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's like, they're not actually going to do that. That would be entirely stupid because he was right. It's just work. It's like, why would somebody be evil because they worked for the Empire? The Empire controlled the entire galaxy, except for stuff like controlled by the Hutts or other like crime lords, other local areas under effectively their jurisdiction. Yeah, basically everybody worked for the Empire, man. Most people that worked for the Empire weren't bad people, but then they decide these random people in this place were all Empire collaborators.
Wait, is it not?
You're checking under the live tab?
Yeah, I was looking at the live tab. There's a live watch party for episode 5 that Tim did. What, DR and Tim? What stream are you guys talking about? What show are you talking about right now?
DR was talking about Direct for a second.
He was, but before that, they're talking about Tim and Leon chatting and talking. Oh, you took it down. Oh, I see.
Give us the link. I want to see it.
Give me the link.
Give me the link.
Unlimited power. Oh my goodness. It feels good to be back in the escape corner. Like I said, no stream tomorrow. Hard at it again. Because weekends are when everybody else stops working. But if you don't stop working, that's how you get all your work done.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fun. Because now I have to do the irrigation for the grade. Oof. Oof. Anyone who's ever done irrigation, you know what I mean. But I'll do that. Just call yourself a contractor. I am a contractor. I am the contractor. Ugh. Anyway, it was fun. We talked about anime. We talked about Lolly. Talked about Lolly.
The good kind.
Also, I gotta say, I like playing the game, but story-wise, it's kind of a mess. I think the story is really silly.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know how you get like past the first story. Like I think they run into the same thing with like Dark Souls, where like the first story is like really cool and really well done, and then it isn't until like the ending DLC of the third Dark Souls that they get back to like, oh yeah, let's let's bring this all together, shall we? You know,
For me, it's like
they start good in their properties and they finish well. They have this really weird middle section.
For me, it's just like the events and the characters that you're siding with and stuff. It doesn't, even some of it can be excused by you being independent. There's stuff that really just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. You don't need a permit as long as the city doesn't know you're doing it. You don't need a permit on a lot of stuff if you're the one doing it. Basically, if you are the homeowner, then you get to do anything. As soon as you're not the homeowner, then you need all kinds of permitting. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your evening. I will catch you all next week. Like I said, Monday.
Next week.
I got a big load of bricks.
Oh, what are you doing tomorrow?
Shitting bricks. Tomorrow's irrigation day.
Oh yeah, okay.
Digging irrigation trenches and everything. So that'll be a fun one. But Monday's brick day. So the bricks get here Monday. It shouldn't be too rough of a day. I should still be able to stream. We'll see. But I'm planning to stream on Monday for right now. I'll see you all then.
All right.
Kampai.